Hello, welcome to Astrology and Chat Live. It's your Pisces MC, Trevor Quincy. Today is September 1st, 2023. We're finally in September. Thank God for new energy. Am I right? Am I right? While we're waiting for our live audience to come in, we're actually going to get started with our current transits in the sky right now. Sun is still in Virgo. We'll be here for another 2-3 weeks. It's right now at 8 degrees, so it has that Scorpion influence on it as well. Mercury is still retrograding in Virgo. I don't know who else is feeling Mercury retrograde. I know I am with technology. Yesterday, my TV wouldn't work, and I'm trying to install and uninstall all these different applications on it. It's sick. I'm kind of ready for Mercury retrograde to be over, although it just started. We have about another 3 weeks with that as well. This is definitely a great time to reevaluate and revisit any themes pertaining to our personal development journey, as well as work schedules, routine that we can implement into making ourselves the best version of ourselves possible. Just be sure to watch out for self-criticism over worrying during this time as well, too. That can definitely come about as well. With Mars ingressing into Libra, I think this happened earlier this week, but it's already at 3 degrees, taking on those Jupiterian energies as well. Now, with this being, sorry, not Jupiterian, it's taken on Gemini energy as well, with it being at 3 degrees. 3, I'm thinking of numerology 3. I mean, it could add Jupiterian. You're going to gain some type of knowledge, right? But with Mars being in Libra, there could be some inner conflict and tensions in regards to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, but the energy and drive is there. Any interpersonal situations that may be happening, just be sure to face it on within the interpersonal connection, not bringing other people into it if it does not need the other people. Pluto is still retrograding in the sign of Capricorn. For us here in the United States, we are about to, I don't think we're going to go have our second dose of the Pluto return. I don't know if it's going to cross over it. I mean, it is pretty close in degree-wise, because for the United States birth chart, Pluto's at 27 degrees, 33 arc minutes in Capricorn. Right now, it's at 28 degrees. So I feel by the time January rolls around, I'm sure that Pluto will be, it probably would cross back over. So we may have our second look of the Pluto return here in the United States. But with Pluto retrograding back in Capricorn, what lessons can we learn about vulnerability in regards to our career, status, legacy, life's work, hardships as well, any karma that needs to be played out? This is definitely a great energy to look at that, but to introspect. This is not like Pluto is bringing you a traumatic or a transformative situation from the external. When it's retrograde, or any retrograde planet, usually means that we have to go within. But it does make the planet stronger because it tends to reverse its roles as well. So Pluto can tend to be more intense, more transformative. It is the death and rebirth planet as well. But when it is retrograde, it reverses its roles. It may not be as intense, but we kind of know the specific lessons, or we know the specific experience that we have with that planet. So we have to implement that within, at this moment, career, status, legacy, life's work, anything that has to do with building and making a name for ourselves. Now, with Pluto being in Capricorn, definitely pay attention to the house it's in, because it is more of a generational planet. It may not affect you unless it is aspecting your personal planets. Personal planets being Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. Some people don't even consider Jupiter to be the personal planet, as well as Saturn, but those traditional 7 will be your personal planets. Saturn is going retrograde in Pisces. It has been going retrograde since March. I will say Saturn retrograde, not feeling it as much. I have it natally, so that may have a dealing within that. But with Saturn and Pisces in general, the universe definitely wants to help to make your dreams a tangible reality. So what can we do with Saturn in Pisces? Really establishing that connection with the universe, trying to deepen that if it already exists, as well as having a trust in the unknown, okay? That's really going to be important if in the case that you really want this to come in. With Saturn in Pisces, this is really ridding yourself of what no longer serves you in the field of escapism, your subconscious. Now is a great time to pay attention to your dreams. Yes, readings are going to be today. I'm just doing the current transits, and then we're going to get to tarot, then we're going to get through that whole spiel. But with Saturn and Pisces, it is a very interesting placement, okay? Because Saturn does find planetary joy in the 12th house, so it does fairly okay in Pisces. But with Neptune here, this can really make things a little bit smoke and mirrory, if you know what I mean. So definitely pay attention to any dreams, any visions that you may have. Now is a great time to do some subconscious reprogramming. This is also an energy that kind of reveals the reality of our unconscious. If there are certain things that we are unconscious about, Saturn and Pisces can definitely bring in people, places, things, and nouns that can really show us our unconscious qualities. So just be open-minded during this time as well, especially if you have it in like the 9th house per se, the 12th house. Definitely be open-minded because this is meant to help you spiritually as well, okay? With the moon being in Aries, 0 degrees, it's at a critical degree currently. Moon in Aries, just face your emotions head on during this time. We could be impulsive with emotions, our feelings as well. Now is a great time to let go of anything that you could have been bottling up, because this can lead to violent outbursts, lashing out. We don't want that. When the moon's in Aries, we kind of want to face things head on and kind of deal with it when it comes, okay? Because if we bottle it up, it's just not going to be pretty for anybody right now. All right, moon is throwing an opposition to Mars, so right now there could be things that could be testing our emotions. And if in the case that you find that it's testing it, speak up for yourself, put yourself out there, but just don't cause too much of a ruckus that you're lashing out, because that could just be a result of not dealing with your emotions in a healthy manner, okay? Moving on, we have Chiron as well as the North Node in Aries as well too. Chiron is definitely bringing up wounds around identity, self-independence, taking action towards our life's direction. Watch for spontaneity, impulsivity during this time as well. This can definitely bring about some I guess I will say spontaneity and impulsivity can cause more to the wounds, so just watch out for that. This could be wounds that are self-inflicted as well, since Chiron is currently retrograde. This can come from relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contract, with it having that Libra influence with Chiron being at 19 degrees, okay? With the North Node being in Aries, we're meant to move towards identity, independence, really focusing on ourselves, moving away from what other people may want for us, or moving away from confiding so much in other people or having a dependency on other people to where we are not focused on ourselves, okay? So fated events will definitely lead us to really focus more on ourselves, our own endeavors as well, our own life's direction. As I said, just watch out for impulsivity, spontaneity. We have Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus here. Jupiter is definitely bringing some expansion and opportunity for us to get to know our worth and value, as well as build on our material income and possession. Just be sure not to equate money to your worth and value. Also finding a balance between giving and receiving during this time. Usually when Jupiter's in Taurus, it usually does indicate that you are more of a giver than you are a receiver, but it can be vice versa anyway. Jupiter does have the influence of Gemini being at 15 degrees. So this can actually bring some ideas if you would like to execute them in your future endeavors. This could be a means to make money for you. Effortless trine towards Mercury retrograde and the sun as well too. All right. I will say that on this with this trining Mercury retrograde, it is really important here that you're paying attention to the ideas that it really flows with you, because with Mercury retrograde, it can definitely cause some disruption to communications. We may not be thinking in the right way because Mercury is retrograde instead of going direct. So just be sure to watch things over, okay? Last but not least, we do have Uranus in Taurus as well, bringing sudden shakeups to our worth and value. Perhaps maybe we thought we valued ourselves in one way, or we could be asking, are we deserving? Are we perhaps worthy about this certain thing? Or are we giving to ourselves enough? Are we providing self-care for ourselves too? Now with Uranus here, it can bring sudden shakeups if we're not paying attention to Saturn's lessons as well, because Saturn and Uranus have that weird relationship with each other. If you're not following Saturn's lessons, it tends to go to Uranus to kind of bring a sudden awakening or a sudden change within us as well too. This can affect finances. This can also affect our worth and value. This can also affect how we replenish ourselves as well. Immediate environment, or not immediate environment, but our immediate family can definitely have an influence in that if not careful. But usually with Uranus, it does lead you to great change, great awakenings, progressivism as well. That was a little mumbly. Progressivism is what I said as well too. But Uranus is retrograde during this time, so it's really reevaluating where we can grow within our own self first and foremost, learn our own worth and value, really get set on our own innovation, what we want to do for our hopes and wishes as well, and how that can actually sustain or provide for us, provide security too, okay? Last but not least, we do have Venus retrograde in Leo, definitely reevaluating our worth and value in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, and how we can express that out to the public or to whoever we need to express that out with. It's really building confidence there too. In regards to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, we're reevaluating what it is that we want within the relationship. How can we have more fun in relationships? How can we be our authentic selves and express that within a connection? Now, this also has to deal with money or our own worth and value. What are we allowing in our own lives that no longer may be of service to us? Are we holding on to certain things that may not be of service to us? Are we really kind of like undervaluing ourselves or overvaluing ourselves in some way? Now is a great time to pay attention to that. Maybe a little confusing since it's at 12 degrees. Pisces has an influence on that, so definitely pay attention into your dreams. Definitely develop that connection with the universe, deepen it if it already exists as well, okay? I did draw some tarot cards, so we're going to get to those as well, too. Three of Swords, we're healing some inner work. Perhaps there could have been some heart work that could have been done. Tapping into that heart chakra can definitely help you out as well. Now, we are definitely reevaluating. This could be finances. This is Jupiter and Capricorn energy. It's Capricorn energy overall, but it's Capricorn in the second decan. So this can also mean Venus and Capricorn. We're reevaluating the lessons that we're learning in connections, friendships, our own worth and value as well. Really juggling our finances if in the case of finances may be an issue during this time. But now is a great time to introspect, to reflect. It's the number 2 energy, okay? Ruled by the moon. But I feel as though that's all going to lead you to celebration. It's all going to lead you to nicer times, new and exciting opportunities as well. Because once these retrogrades kind of clear over, once we've gone through the isolation phase and once we've gone through the introspection, this is when things start moving. This is when we actually achieve progress. All right. But for the rest of the year, we're going to have, I believe, a minimum of 5 retrograde placements, which is not bad. Retrograde just means that we need to introspect because we already learned those lessons. We already learned what needed to be learned already. All right. Bottom of the deck energy. There could be some opportunities right now that are around you. Not every opportunity that is for you is for you. Okay. It may say that it's for you, may put a nice little bow on it, but the universe is definitely protecting you from certain opportunities from coming within. Some people may be questioning why. That's why, because they may seem like they're for you, but they're not for you at all. Okay. So we're going to get out of that. We're going to come down here. And so today we are doing readings, $10 tarot for today, $15 for tarot and astrology at TRZO LLC. Please send all donations to Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. The name is synonymous through all 3 platforms. When you do send your donation, just be sure to include birth date, time, and location, like the example that you see. And for all international birthdays, for those that are in Europe especially, just be sure to format it month, day, year instead of day, month, year, okay? If in the case that you forget to send your birth information, it's okay, it happens. It's Mercury retrograde. I'm not that bitter about it. Just be sure to send it to my Instagram. It's at TRZO, TRESCZO, not TRZO LLC. That's just not my Instagram, okay? So please don't send Instagram DMs to TRZO LLC. Send it to at TRZO. It's highlighted for that reason, all right? The list is still open. We just started today. So if in the case that you would like to have a donation, I wouldn't even know if you guys donated or not. So give me 1 second. I just got to get my iPad. But let me know where you're from. Also list your big 3 if you already know your big 3. And any questions that you may have pertaining to astrology or tarot, let me know. We may have a contest today. Who knows? All right. Let's see here. Oh, everybody's quiet today. Everybody is quiet today. So I'm just putting in my charger. Just paid Venmo. Love it, love it. I will see it in just a second if I can get my charger in my phone. How's everybody's Mercury retrograde going? Is everybody doing okay? Is everybody breathing? You know? What system are you using? When I was reading the current transits, I usually just use whole sign, but I wasn't reading pertaining to the ascendant. That was just current transits. Usually when I do current transits, I don't read the current transiting ascendant because that changes every 4 minutes. And if I were to kind of like refresh it, I'd just be going crazy, especially with this Mercury retrograde. Absolutely not. All right, so let's see here. Good morning, good morning. That was whole sign. It was just for current transits. It wasn't anybody's charts. All right, let's see here. It's retrograde, child. Look, I'm telling you, this Mercury retrograde, lately I've had Mercury retrograde in the air houses or the air signs. And right now it's going through my 3rd house. It's not the worst, you know, because I'm like, I've been through worse Mercury retrogrades, like Mercury in Cancer, when that was retrograde back in 2020. Oh my God, that was just a show. Mercury in Scorpio, forget about it. That always goes over my sun and my Chiron placement, so I'm always feeling that. But this time round, it's going over, I think it's going over my North Node placement. And I don't feel it, but like it is causing technological problems. Like for instance, on my TV, like it won't load Paramount Plus. Like I have an issue with Paramount Plus and it won't load it. And like I can't uninstall it. I can't clear the cache. Like it's just annoying and frustrating. And then sometimes the Wi-Fi will go in and out. Sometimes it'll just act slow. So it's just been more technological. But how's it been manifested for all you guys? Oh no, I just used your Instagram handle as the Venmo. Please tell me you didn't send it because that's not that. This, maybe I should highlight this. Um, no, green. Do we have green? Yeah, no, I'll leave. Oh, pink is fine. You know, Instagram is different. Do I read transit charts too? Yeah, I can read transit charts. It's just with transit charts, nah, I could read transit charts. I just don't look at the transits. I just know where things are and I would just like go from there. All right, let's see here. Who is first? Who's first? We have Giovanna. No, Giovanna, you sent it to me. I got it. I don't know how, but I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah, it says Trevor Quincy and it looks like you. Yep, that's me. That's my personal. It's the TRZO LLC. That's just my business one. Oh no. You're fine. You're fine. It's just well, you could send it to either. It's just that this one is my business one. You could just send it to that one. For everybody else, just send it to the TRZO LLC. You know, I still got it. You're all great. You're all good. You're all good. We'll give everybody a couple more moments, but I'll just chat until then. Let's see here. But yeah, no, Mercury retrograde has kind of been a little bit of annoyance, but I'm kind of happy though because it's like I planned everything out before Mercury retrograde, so anything in terms of like business or like anything like that, everything is fine. But it's like I guess third house events right now. But I also relocated away from my natal chart, so that's also another thing that's playing on too. So we just messaged you our info on Instagram after paying. If you paid and you can include it within the payment, like you know how it gives you like that little note box or the description. You could put it within that, but if you forgot to do that, you could just send it to my Instagram and I'll see it from there. All right, so let's get started with our first person. That's Giovanna. Every time when I click it from the bottom, it doesn't want to work. It's sick, I tell you, sick. All right. Dunedin. And I've been hearing sirens too. Well, right now there's a siren in like the far distance, but can't really like hear. All right, everybody. Let me zoom up on this so we can have like there we go. Let's hold on. Zoom one more. There we go. Cool. All right, everyone. Here's how my readings work. I'm going to take a look at the chart, but before I even get here, I'm going to scroll to the bottom to see if you have any critical degrees. What are critical degrees? Critical degrees are degrees of significant importance. So if you do have a critical degree, pay attention to the sign and the house that they're in, okay? Now, with critical degrees, anytime you have a transit over this placement, depending on what placement it is, this can bring fated events, people, places, things, the nouns into your life. It's really helping you to pay attention to that specific placement, that area of life, because there's something important as more for what you're meant to do that is going to be manifested within that specific area. So pay attention, can definitely help you out to manifest, your future endeavors, whatever you're trying to accomplish. All right. All right, Giovanna, here's what we're going to do for you. Sun 2 Gemini, Moon 8 Gemini, Mercury 24 Gemini, Venus 17 Aries, Mars 28 Sagittarius retrograde, Jupiter 18 Gemini, Saturn 4 Gemini, Saturn's at a critical degree, Uranus 24 Aquarius, Neptune 8 Aquarius retrograde, Neptune's at a critical degree, Pluto 14 Sagittarius retrograde, North Node 8 Cancer retrograde, Chiron 27 Sagittarius retrograde, Ascendant 26 Cancer, Ascendant's at a critical degree, MC 18 Aries. First and foremost, we're ascendant twins. I'm also a Cancer ascendant myself, so bang, bang for all the Cancer ascendants. Also, let me know your ascendant. If you guys know your ascendant, let me know. Do I have every other Cancer ascendants here? The other day, I think it was Monday. The other day, I just kept getting back-to-back Libras, and then I got the one Capricorn, then it was back to Libra, All right, so let's see here, Cancer ascendant. In this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your personal life, your family, processing your feelings and your emotions, listening to that intuition, and learning yourself on a foundational level, getting to know who you are when everybody is away, away from the world, okay? It's actually what you're destined to focus on, as well as focusing on your self-identity security, independence, taking action towards your life's direction, as well as giving back to yourself through self-nourishment. Now, with this placement, you definitely want to focus on anything that fulfills you emotionally. Only reason why I say that is because this is going to help you to fulfill whatever it is that you are wanting to do with your life, anything that you want to do with your energy, okay? It needs to resonate with you emotionally. Otherwise, it's not going to work out. May not feel it the way, may not hit the same, if you know what I mean, okay? All right, let's see what else is going on here. Your chart ruler 12 places from itself. First and foremost, chatty subconscious. But this subconscious is going to be chatty with you, may help you to understand that there are some unconscious qualities that are within you that may present around other people. Now, this is conjunct Saturn, and the sun also have Jupiter and Mercury here. It's a good time in your 12th house. Now, I will say here that not everybody has your best intention at heart. So you really want to pay attention to who's emotionally resonating with you and who's really like a pure soul, like who's really going to be there throughout the thick and thin. But remember, these people that present through this 12th house lens, or people that you manifest through these 12th house lens, they're going to teach you some karmic lessons. So there may be some hidden enemies there. There may be people that don't have your best intention at heart. Really, they may be pushing you as to develop that connection with the universe, really deepen it if it already exists, trusting in the unknown as well. Pay attention to your dreams. You definitely may have a lot of downloads or nudges that come through your dreams, or any visions that you have. So pay attention to those as well, okay? They can definitely help you to develop yourself spiritually too. Traveling to foreign lands can definitely help as well here too. But finding your spiritual journey, as long as it emotionally resonates with you, you should be all good here too. Also, be sure not to over intellectualize your emotions, but rather feel them through. Talking out your feelings can definitely benefit you here. You can attract some really like long-term soulmate energy here with Saturn being in Gemini. Saturn loves being in the 12th house. In Gemini, just watch out for gossip, spreading misinformation about other people, because this can be quite karmic for you, okay? That can actually lead to some loss or some karmic dealings, and we wouldn't want that happening now, would we? All right, moving on. We have nothing in Leo. Just watch for frivolous spending. Since any fire sign that's on the second house cusp or the ascendant, watch for frivolous spending, okay? Oh, congratulations. Keep me updated. How's it going so far? Nothing in Leo, nothing in Virgo, nothing in Libra, nothing in Scorpio. Sagittarius, we have quite that sixth house here. We have Mars, Chiron, and Pluto here. Very good work ethic. You know how to put in the work towards whatever it is that you want. Usually the universe here is actually fighting for your health, for good health, because Mars here loves to fight towards something. So a lot of your energy and drive is actually protecting you health-wise. Great for that. Just be sure not to overwork yourself to your detriment here, because with Pluto, there could have been some conditioning early on saying that you need to work so hard or put in so much work just to get some result, or just to get success, just to get recognized per se. You need to devalue those beliefs, okay? Because with Pluto and Sagittarius especially, you're meant to find your own belief. You're meant to find your own meaning of life and find your own truth. That's what helps you to step into your power. That can actually help you within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Also, other people are meant to help you around your career, status, legacy, and life's work, help you to grow within that as well, give you the right resources. But you have to allow people to give you those resources. You have to open yourself up to receiving, because you're not meant to do it by yourself. I know with Aries MC, you could do whatever it is that you want to do, but you can't do it all on your own, okay? That can lead to accidents. It can lead to setbacks, challenges. We don't want that now, would we? With Venus conjunct the MC, open yourself to receptivity. You'd be surprised what comes through, okay? Moving on. With Chiron and Sagittarius too, that does talk to you. You grew up with a certain belief system, philosophy that didn't quite resonate with you. So you were urged to find your own meaning of life. Now, this may be a bit frustrating, especially in the beginning of the journey, but this is something that naturally gets better with time, which leads me to my next observation. Any placements that you have in the 3rd, the 6th, the 10th, and the 11th house, these are placements that naturally get better with time. In Vedic astrology, it's called the Upacha houses, and they deal with skill and longevity, which you naturally need time to improve on these things as well. So with your 6th house, this does talk about personal development and really figuring out how to become the best version of yourself. Also focusing on forming schedules and routines around personal development and your physical health here as well too. Just staying optimistic within your day-to-day can definitely help you to stand in your power as well, can give you the energy and drive. Just be sure not to be impulsive within your day-to-day as well, okay? Because that can definitely have an influence on your career status, legacy, and life's work. Nothing going on in Capricorn. We have Neptune and Uranus in Aquarius, very intuitive here. Definitely could be some sudden transformative changes that could happen within your life here too. Sudden debt, so definitely watch for money. This is usually money like in joint assets, other people's money as well. So if you're borrowing from other people's money, this can cause debt very suddenly, but you can also come into an inheritance quite suddenly too. Jupiter is throwing a trine here, so this can also mean that there's more likely an inheritance than debt. But with Uranus in the 8th house, you definitely have a different and unique way of approaching your healing journey. Just make sure that you're prioritizing it, facing it in a realistic standpoint because of Neptune's influence here. Neptune may give you a false illusionment of what intimacy and vulnerability looks like, that deep connection. Also may give you false illusionment as to what your healing journey looks like. You need to face your emotions head on, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, as well as not distancing or detaching from the things that have happened before, but rather processing them and letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, because that actually puts you in alignment with your dharmic path, the path that you're meant to be on, okay? Effortless trine towards the 12th house, so this is actually going to help you within your spiritual journey as well, okay? Nothing in Pisces, already went through Aries, so I think that's it with astrology. Let's get to tarot. I was told I was too delusional in childhood, but it worked out for me as I got older. Oh, look at that. We love Pisces energy. All right, let's see what tarot has for you. Ooh, wow. Oh, yeah. Wow. There's definitely an opportunity that's going to come in for you. It's going to bring you emotional fulfillment. Could be a relationship, could just be somebody or something that's going to give you some mutual fulfillment here, okay? It is going to require you to choose a pathway. You may have a lot of options, but essentially the thing that you choose is going to lead you towards self-sufficiency, independence, doing for yourself as well. Remember, open yourself to receptivity. Things are moving quite fast for you, and it's leading you towards emotional fulfillment here as well, okay? A decision is going to be made. Rather, it is to take a leap of faith, to take some risk of some sort as well. So just be sure to spend some time in isolation to really reflect and introspect, okay? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for you for the most part. Thank you, Gia. All right, let's see what else is going on over here. Oh, not Netflix. I was about to click Netflix. We're about to watch a movie. Let's watch a Disney Channel movie. Yeah. The real ones will remember that. Thank you so much. Of course, anytime. Let's go. Let's see who else we have here. We have Tommy Ann. And we have Jocelyn. And we have Money, Please. Who is this fool? Oh, Oscar. Okay, so we have Oscar. Oscar, I got yours. As I said, the list is open. For those, I don't put it in my intro is because people tend to send money when the readings are closed. So you'll know when the readings are closed, I'll just say it. But for those that are just coming in, for those that are just waking up, hey, how you doing? We're doing $10 tarot today, $15 for tarot and astrology. All you have to do is send those donations to TRZO LLC. That's at TRZO LLC. That is Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. All the names is synonymous through all three platforms. Just be sure to include birthday, time, and location, like the example that you see right in front of your face. And for all international birthdays, specifically any European individuals that will like a reading as well, just be sure to format that month, date, year instead of day, month, year. That way we're not all confused. But then again, if you send it 25/5 and the year, I'm pretty much sure that I would know to convert it myself because there is no month 25 unless we're living in a time where people are hiding how many months we have. And if you, in the case that you forget to send your birth information, you can always Instagram me, and that's at TRZO, TRESCZO. But that's just for if you forget to send your birth information. Otherwise, don't even worry about TRESCZO. That's just my Instagram. Send all donations to TRZO LLC. I know it's confusing. I almost stumbled around it myself. All right, let's see here. What just happened? Okay, Tommy Ann, we're up to you. Tommy Ann, we're up to you for transit and tarot. Okay, let's see here. Is that your PayPal? My PayPal, this is my PayPal right up here. What I just highlighted, that's my PayPal. Artistic Mum. My PayPal is TRZO LLC. TRZO LLC. All right. Tommy Ann, we're up next. Do you want to transits? We're going to give you the transits. Yes, we will. All right. Oh, we got a native New Yorker. The real ones know that song. And I'm not talking about Wendy Williams' version too. I see you. I see you. How many are in line? Currently, we have only 3 in line. So the line's still open, if in the case that you'd like. It's still open, still open. I will let you know that if in the case that I don't get to you this morning, I may not be on later today, okay? Because it is Friday, and it is a long weekend, Labor Day weekend. I hope not long. No, the line's not long. Only 3 people are on it. But I do want to know if in the case that I don't get to you guys today, usually I go live twice, once in the morning, once in the afternoon. But it is a long weekend today, so I may not be on the afternoon portion. But stay tuned. If in the case I am, I will be on 2 p.m. Central Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern, okay? All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Tell me, Ann, I just need to pull up a list so I can see or remember what my current transits are, and then we'll go through it. I know Sun's in Virgo, Moon's in Aries. All right, let's see what's going on here. I already did your chart earlier this week, but we're just going to revisit to see if you have any critical degrees, if you have anything transiting over those critical degrees. But let's see, do you have any so far? Sun 19, Taurus, Moon 17, Aquarius, Mercury 27, Aquarius retrograde. Sorry, that's Taurus retrograde, not Aquarius. It wants to be Aquarius, but it's not. Venus 26, Gemini, Mars 5, Taurus, Jupiter 17, Cancer retrograde, Saturn 3, Aries, Uranus 4, Aquarius retrograde, Neptune 27, Capricorn retrograde, Pluto 2, Sagittarius retrograde, North Node 15, Libra retrograde, Chiron 8, Libra retrograde, Ascendant 1, Sagittarius, MC 17, Virgo. MC's at a critical degree. Okay, so right now I can tell you that Mercury is retrograding over that MC here, because right now Mercury's at 18 degrees Virgo. It's about to cross over your MC. So you may be receiving some news in regards to career status, legacy, and life's work. This is throwing a trine to your worth, your value, your material income, and possessions as well. I will say you could be receiving news that could help you to develop a new sense of income for yourself, a new source of income. Just be sure to ask yourself if this is something that you really want to do. Definitely reevaluate your worth and your value in this as well. Do not undervalue yourself. Also, don't overvalue yourself when this news comes in. It could be through communication, could be through a past idea that you may have that's resurfacing that could help you within your career status, legacy, and life's work as well. Now, you do have an ascendant Sagittarius, so this is all 10th house. Great, great, great. Sun's also in your first house as well. It's about to cross over that MC. You have about another week or so. So I'm not really, heavily focused on the sun, but right now your major focus could be on career status, legacy, and life's work. There is effortless opportunity for you to really start something new within your career if that's something that you would like to do. I'm just looking for an outlet here. Yeah, really focus on any ideas that you're having during this time. Also focus on just being yourself, expressing yourself, moving forward. That's going to help you to stand into your power, and it could activate this grand trine for you here, okay? I'm just seeing what else you got going on. All right, Sun, Virgo, Moon is in Aries. Moon right now is in your 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in your 5th house here. Okay, right now, Moon and Saturn are conjunct. Your natal Saturn placements conjunct the Moon here. Now, emotions may feel more restricted. You definitely may have some karmic lessons that you're learning in regards to your emotions and your well-being, or your emotional well-being, I should say. Just be sure to face your emotions head on during this time too. If you need to express it out, express it out. Just don't express out. So don't express out the lashing out or the violent outbursts, don't express that, because that's a little too, you know what I mean? But there could be some lessons, or you may feel as though that you're holding back emotionally. Now's the time to be vulnerable. It's in the 5th house. Remember, you need to express that out. Be confident with that as well. If in the case that this has to do with self, some evolution as well, definitely tap in within yourself too. Is Saturn retrograde in your chart? No, it's not. So this can come from an outer or a more external situation to where you may feel like you're being tested in your emotions as well. This can definitely be that you are tapping into expressing yourself or putting yourself out there and not dimming your light from other people as well. This can also bring about certain things that may not be going in your way at the specific timing as well too, because with Saturn and Aries, I have this natally, we tend to get ahead of ourselves. We tend to want things to happen yesterday when it's not meant to happen for us for another 2 months. And so with Moon being here too, Moon being conjunct Saturn, this can definitely bring an unease on the intersection or on our internal selves as well. It is throwing a trine to the ascendant, so really just focusing on our independent self-identity and really taking action towards whatever we would like. That would be better for us as well during this time too. A lot of retrogrades. Ooh, child, you said it. I've been looking. So funny. That's crazy. I'm telling you, Mercury retrograde usually tends to bring, well, people always say that Mercury retrograde is such a disadvantage or it's so bad or, oh my God, it's so annoying. But like retrogrades usually do bring the blessings. I'm not going to lie. They do. And it's all determined based off of when that planet was direct, what we did during that time as well. All right. Mercury is also in Virgo. I already did retrograde. Venus is in Leo in your 9th house here. Okay. So right now you may be reevaluating certain belief systems, anything that resonates with you, your own meaning of life, finding your own truth as well, your own philosophy. This is also another placement. Become more confident. Definitely share your experience, share your story with other people, if in the case that you are not already doing so. Venus right now is expressing itself through your 10th house. So this is something that you could possibly implement at the moment in your career status, legacy, and life's work. Normally, your 9th house manifests through Taurus, through your 6th house. So this can also be something that you implement within your day-to-day, a specific routine. But right now, Venus wants you to just get more exact or just more in alignment with what it is that you personally believe in. Other people could definitely help you out here, but since it's in retrograde, it's usually focusing on yourself, what you would want, juxtaposed what other people may want for you. But definitely stay open to other people's perspectives here. You never know. Mars right now is in Libra in your 11th house here. It just ingressed into Libra, but over the next couple of weeks, it will be ingressing over not only your Chiron placement, but your North Node here. Usually when the Mars is in the 11th house, we may feel like this energy and drive to manifest any future endeavors or to get about the business of making our dreams a tangible reality. When it's crossing over your Chiron placement, this could bring up frustrations from past things that you've already gone through. This could bring another situation that could contribute to your wounds. Now, there are wounds natally in your chart, wounds around rejection, feeling misunderstood, not really understanding why you are different. There could also be wounds around relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts as well. With Mars crossing into Libra in your 11th house, this can definitely bring up wounds around feeling rejected, around specific relationships, partnerships. Perhaps this is groups of people as well. You could feel different in some regard as well. Remember that this is going to be a lesson for you to step into that difference, step into feeling misunderstood, and be sure that you are understanding yourself. That's really the key here with this placement. Just watch out for any impulsivity, spontaneity, trying to quicken that process of making your dreams a tangible reality. Remember to take your time here, okay? Fated events can definitely take place with your energy and drive as well. There could be some relationships that may cause some inner conflict and tension, maybe some frustration over the next couple of weeks since Mars is crossing over your North Node placement. There could be lessons in regards to that too. Perhaps maybe, let's see where your natal here. Oh, it's going to definitely test your patience. This could definitely cause some patience or could be lessons within patience, lessons within taking your time with certain relationships, certain people as well. It is going to be 6 places away from your natal Mars placement, so there could be some conflict issues, but usually you have the energy to overcome it because this is a placement that's going to get better with time for you, okay? Moving on, we have Jupiter in Taurus. Jupiter right now is in your 6th house. It's about to go retrograde on the 4th, so you have a couple more days here with Jupiter going direct here. Right now it is, let's see here, your Sun placement's 19, Jupiter is at 15. So it is kind of making this stellium in your 6th house currently, so you may feel very busy within your day-to-day. I will say just watch for anything that you can learn within your day-to-day because there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of, right now, especially during this time since Jupiter is activating your Sun, Mercury, and Mars here, there could be some frustrations within your day-to-day, but there's a lot of energy and drive to get things done. Just be sure not to overwork yourself, but definitely take any piece of information that helps you within your day-to-day, and you could share that with other people. Just watch for spreading any gossip or misinformation within the day-to-day too, okay? Major focus for you is still going to be within your daily responsibilities, work schedule, routine around personal development and physical health. Jupiter is just giving you a sun place, or it's just amplifying that sun energy too. Uranus is also in your 6th house too, so sudden changes within your day-to-day may not feel the most comfortable in your day-to-day, but you may experience a great awakening also within the day-to-day as well, perhaps around your personal development journey. Physical health, definitely watch out during this time. Venus having the influence over your 6th house. Watch for your intake of sweets, okay? Let's see here. Saturn is in Pisces. You're about to come across that Saturn return in the next 2.5 years, as am I. Are you excited? I'm not. But then again, if your they say that if your nodal return wasn't as great, then your Saturn return is usually better. You know, take that for however you would like. But with Saturn and Pisces right now in your 4th house, definitely need to face your emotions head on. Another kind of indicator with that moon in Aries there. But with Saturn in the 4th, Saturn in the 4th usually brings some hardships around your personal life, home, family, your feelings and your emotions. You may feel a bit detached from them, or may feel a bit restricted from them as well. You may feel more reserved. But this is on a core level, really showing you the reality of what your core personal life may be at this time, okay? You definitely could attract a chosen family for yourself over this next 2.5 year period, but since Pisces is in your 4th house, you may definitely have a very different sense of how to process your feelings and your emotions, so establishing a connection with the universe can definitely help you out during this time as well, too. Uranus is in Taurus, I already did that. Neptune's in Pisces in your 4th house, too, which is why there can be this, like, smoke and mirror illusion energy there. Now, with Neptune in the 4th house, there's just usually kind of like everything's going normal before things start shaking up, because there's things that are unhidden within your foundational core that is definitely going to come up at some point. With Saturn here, it may be a little harsh as to how it's revealed, but it's usually to help you to make that more structured or secure, your foundation, okay? And then we have Pluto in Capricorn retrograding over that that Neptune placement currently. It's not going to touch your Jupiter placement at the moment, so I'm not so concerned about that, but your beliefs, your faith right now could be going through a massive transformation. And since this is in your 2nd house, your finances, your worth and value may also be going through a transformation too. Just be sure to introspect and make sure that you learn those lessons, okay? Watch for the frivolous spending during this time with Pluto placement, because it may be a while before money can tend to come back in as well. There could be a standstill with career status, legacy, and life's work for the moment, but things are about to get really, really good. You're just going through the last stages of a transformation. Let's see what the tarot has for ya, for the native New Yorker. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see here. I don't know if there's a lot on your mind currently right now. Perhaps maybe this could be affecting your sleep as well. Now is a great time to stand into your power, to really take some action after what it is that you want. Perhaps maybe you've had this energy of like you're tired of people taking advantage of you, or perhaps feeling stabbed in the back. But this is actually, these situations are helping you move towards self-sufficiency in the backwards way possible. Basically, it's like, don't depend on anybody, especially right now since North Node is in Aries. Don't depend on anybody. Really depend on yourself. And you already know, because you have natural gifts since your South Node is in Aries natally, you naturally have the gifts to work towards self-fulfillment, self-sufficiency as well. Remember, you do have a lot of options, and perhaps maybe you've had to be strong in the past. You've had to put on a brave face here, but this is actually helping you to gain some wisdom, okay? It's really helping you to gain some more knowledge for yourself. Perhaps maybe at this time you're waiting for your ships to come in, and perhaps maybe they are on their way, but maybe a decision needs to be made. This is maybe an internal decision for yourself. That decision could lead you towards success and victory, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for you for the most part. Thank you, Tommy. All right, let's see here. All right, can anybody tell me, please, what are we telling you? What are we telling you? Let's see here. Is that your PayPal? I just said TRZO LLC. TRZO LLC is my PayPal. All right, let's see who's next. We have Jocelyn. Jocelyn's next. All right, we have Jocelyn, and then we have Javada. Yes, we do. All right. Got that. Now, Javada, I just need the time that you were born. I don't need it now, but I'm going to need it in a minute. That was amazing. Thank you. Of course. Anytime. The Cash App. Maybe I should make this more evident, because it doesn't appear that it is evident. All right. TRZO LLC is Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. I don't really like this color for the highlight. I don't want to put it in yellow because it's the same thing. Maybe this one. Yeah, I like that energy. All right. It's giving a lot of color. It's very vibrant, very Easter. Easter meets July, although it's August. You know what I mean? You guys see it? You see the vision. All right, who's up next? We have Jocelyn. Is Jocelyn here? Do you have Gemini in your chart by chance? It's my ascendant in sidereal astrology. Other than that, I have no Gemini in my chart. I have a North Node in the third house. That's it. I sent through Cash App. Thank you for your patience when I asked. Of course. Okay, so Jocelyn's here. I sent through Cash App. Okay, let's see here. I am Chelsea. Chelsea, wait, you said that you, okay, no, never mind. I just got it. Okay, and I also have, oh no, I just got Giovanna's. Okay, cool. All right, great. So we are on schedule. So Jocelyn's here. We're going to get started. That Google Chrome button doesn't work. I sent you the time through another message. Okay, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, through another message. Was it on TikTok? OMG, I actually did it. Yay! Okay, let's see. Jocelyn. I'm going to take this one at a time. And we have North Hollywood. Cat lit for your girls are undeniable. Fine, fresh, fierce, we got it unlocked. West Coast represent, we're undeniable. Ooh, 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 ooh. If those are not the words, probably. But you know what? It worked, right? All right, here we go. All right, here we go, Jocelyn. Let's see what's in your chart. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay, yes. Yes, you got that Aries ascendant, Saturn, and Aries too. Were you born in 97? 96. Close. All right. Let's see if you have any critical degrees. All right. Sun 0 Virgo, Sun's at a critical degree, Moon 13 Sagittarius, Mercury 27 Virgo, Venus 14 Cancer, Mars 18 Cancer, Jupiter 8 Capricorn retrograde, Saturn 6 Aries retrograde, Uranus 1 Aquarius retrograde, Neptune 25 Capricorn retrograde, Pluto 0 Sagittarius, Pluto's at a critical degree, North Node 9 Libra retrograde, Chiron 13 Libra, Chiron's at a critical degree, Ascendant 23 Aries, MC 14 Capricorn. Let's get to it. All right, let's see here. New husband name. Okay, I will be sure to look out. Oh, yep, I just got yours. Yep, I got yours. And Giovanna, I got your I also got your donation as well. So thank you. And then I also got 5 doll hairs. Okay, so Aries ascendant, you're really meant to focus on your self-identity, independence, taking action towards your life's direction, giving back to yourself through self-nourishment as well. With your chart ruler being in, let's just see here, in the 4th house. Okay, you need to face your emotions head on. What's going on here? Okay, so you need to face your emotions head on. This could lead to violent outbursts and lashing out if you do bottle them up, so just be sure to watch out for that with Mars being in Cancer, okay? It is conjunct Venus, so it usually does a better job when Mars and Venus are together. But with Mars in Cancer, you could be very protective over people that you are close to, could be family as well. Usually with Venus in the 4th house, I'm not gonna lie here, this could indicate that your family or whoever you grew up with, like they like to put on a good face for the public, but then behind the scenes, it's something completely different. So watch out for that energy, okay? Because that can cause some frustration for you. Be sure to listen to your intuition, feeling your feelings through, okay? No matter how uncomfortable it may be, that's really where the foundational work starts to come in. Also, be sure to learn yourself at a foundational level. You know, it's really getting to know who you are, who you want to be for you, juxtapose who you want to be for the world as well, okay? Those are all going to be themes that will play out for you. Now, you do have Saturn in your 1st house, which means that any action that you're taking, any ideas that you may have, they need some consistency, structure, and organization behind it, okay? In order for it to really manifest within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. A little bit of inner conflict and tension here. When it comes to life lessons, you may need to learn them a little bit more than once. With Jupiter square Saturn, that's usually the the life lessons that we learn in life, they could be determined through Jupiter and through Saturn. Usually when there's a square there, it may be a little bit frustrating to learn life lessons, so you may have to learn them more than once. But with this placement here, it's going to happen between your identity, your independence, going after what it is that you want, having patience for what it is that you want, and your career status, legacy, and life's work. I can tell that part of the tension and the inner conflict may be wanting things to take off, but with Capricorn energy, oh my God, it's like watching paint dry, just like Taurus. But with Capricorn, they just make you put in so much work, you know, but opportunities can come effortlessly for you within your career status, legacy, and life's work, but they usually come when you are ready, because with Capricorn energy, it usually gives you some karmic lessons to learn before the thing comes in, because it wants you to maintain it, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. Now, we do have a T-square here. Saturn is in the T-square alongside your North Node. Chiron is here too with Jupiter. You need to tap into that your personal life, as well as processing your feelings and your emotions like we talked about. Not only will this help you to better feel and really get a sense of your intuitive nudges as well, but it can also help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension that you may be feeling. Because this inner conflict and tension that you may be feeling, you're feeling them in your foundational houses, which means that they're much more dominant in their they're much more dominant in feeling, or they're much more dominant in general, because these placements are on angles, okay? But just tapping into that fourth house will help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension, okay? Nothing in Taurus, nothing in Gemini, already went over Cancer. We have nothing in Leo. Sun is in Virgo, 0 degrees in that 6th house with Mercury here. Major focus is going to be on developing your personal development and watching out for your physical health, definitely focusing on day-to-day events, day-to-day responsibilities as well. Just be sure here that you are taking in information that you learn within your day-to-day and incorporating that within your personal development journey. Watch for self-criticism, criticism of others as well too, okay? Now with Mercury in Virgo, I will say Mercury's in its home space. You do yearn to be efficient within whatever it is that you're doing. You do like to help out other people as well. Just be sure here that you're not holding other people to these unrealistic expectations, okay? Because I'm not going to lie here, with Mercury in Virgo and Virgo energy, nobody's going to do it like you unless they have the Virgo energy, okay? This can actually help you out within your career status, legacy, and life's work, but taking the information here within your day-to-day can actually help you out on your healing journey. It can actually help you to step into your power on your healing journey as well too, okay? Let's see what's going on. Hey. Then we have in your 7th household sign, we have North Node and we have Chiron here. There could be wounds around relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, but you are destined to move towards these themes here. Now, all the relationships that you have, they're not going to be karmic or anything like that, but it's just really teaching you how to have a relationship with yourself. Because once you get to know who you are, really not just at a foundational level, but once you get to know who you are, what you want to do, what action or what direction that you would like to go in with life, you start to attract those people with you, okay? And that's what Chiron's trying to teach you. It's also aspecting Saturn, which means that there's the lesson when you're learning how to have the relationship with yourself, when you're learning to spend time by yourself too. It forms independence, which means that you don't have to focus on being dependent on somebody else. But since this is a catch-22, because you have your South Node in Aries, you naturally already know how to spend time by yourself, but just don't block out other people or push them away. Open yourself to other people coming in, but not the wrong people, okay? The right people coming in. That's going to come in with time with that aspect of Saturn there, okay? Moving on, we have nothing in Scorpio, Sagittarius. Your power comes from when you're when you're finding a certain philosophy, a certain meaning of life, a belief system that resonates with you, your own personal truth. That'll help you to step into your power just as long as you don't over-obsess with that, okay? Moon here can also give emotional fulfillment within these themes as well. Could move around a lot with this placement, but a lot of good fortune manifesting for you in this lifetime, okay? Could definitely have an influence on your identity, yourself, as well as your independence, taking action towards whatever it is that you would like to do. You're very well supported from that 9th house, okay? Now, I also will say with Sagittarius being in your 9th house, and that's manifesting within your 10th, you're going to have a lot of favor from people in positions of authority, some higher ups as well, too. This is where your opportunities can come in because you have this good fortune manifesting for you. All right, Jupiter and Capricorn already went over a lot of opportunities that can help you grow up within your career status, legacy, and life's work. These are going to be opportunities that may be around for a while, okay? So be sure to take advantage of that. You're meant to teach the collective how to put in the work towards whatever it is that you would like, okay? So you may have to put in a lot of hard work towards your career status, legacy, and life's work, but once you get the success and the status, you're going to be able to retain it here, okay? Developing a connection with the universe, definitely deepening deepening that connection if it already exists. Trusting in the unknown is also going to help you out here. You are definitely being guided on your career path here, but with Neptune and Capricorn, make sure that we are going after our career ideals, our career status, legacy, and life's work in a realistic standpoint, okay? Now, moving on, last but not least, before we get to tarot, you have Uranus in the 11th house. Great placement for Uranus to be in. A lot of innovative ideas and definitely some revolutionary ideas that can really progress society forward. Friends, groups, networks, and organizations can definitely be of assistance here. Just be sure here, because Saturn is also a ruler of Aquarius, that we are not getting in our own way and that we are taking our time building consistency, structure, and organization around our future goals or endeavors. That way they can actually become something tangible and realistic, okay? There could be a karmic aspect to your 11th house here. Karmic lessons being learned through friends, groups, networks, and organizations. It's really trying to teach you to look at the qualities that may be unconscious. Remember, the 11th house is 12 from the 12th house. So this is where the higher expression of your 12th house is manifested. So any unconscious qualities or any qualities that may seem hidden for you will present through this 11th house. And if in the case that you're not careful or you're not conscious about those unconscious qualities, this is where the support may back up, may take a back seat, and they just may observe, okay? So just pay attention to that. Watch out for chaotic tendencies with Uranus here, okay? Let's get to tarot. Let's get together and feel alright. All right, oh, wow, okay. Now's the time to, I'm already dropping some cards here. Now's the time to take some rest, okay? If you need any advice, if you need any direction in life, definitely consult this leader. This is a leader type energy, somebody who definitely knows their sense of purpose, kind of knows their birthright as well. Definitely has done the work, gained the experience as well. Because whatever is coming in for you, this information, this spark of idea could be a new business idea for you as well. It is going to lead you towards this mutual fulfillment. It could even lead you to this new connection that's coming in. It could also lead you to some financial support coming in for you, to some resources coming in too. Be sure to establish a balance between giving and receiving as well. Remember, who helped you on your journey, definitely help them back out. Right now may be a time that you're seeking a new direction, seeking some truth, seeking some meaning as well. You could have some help coming in, could have some advice coming in too from somebody who could be wealthy, somebody who may know something about finances or money as well. All right, soon is going to be time for you to take some action, but right now, just take some rest, okay? 4 is the energy of Saturn, Uranus, and the North Node, so this could be in regards to your future endeavors, any businesses that you're trying to deal, or perhaps just your independence too, okay? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for you for the most part. Thank you. All right, that was Jocelyn. All right, so let's see here. Oof. Let's see. Oscar is next. I sent $5 to cover what I didn't send in Cash App. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I got that. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's great. All right, let's see here. All right, we have Oscar is up next. Is Oscar here? Yep. Readings are still open. If in the case that you would like a reading, it's going to be $10 tarot, $15 for tarot and astrology. Please send all donations to TRZOLLC for Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. That is TRZOLLC for Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. The name is synonymous through all 3 platforms. Just be sure to include birth time, date, and location, like the example that you see below. And for all international birthdays, for those that are from Europe especially, just be sure to format that month, day, year, instead of day, month, year. If in the case that you forget to send your birth information, just be sure to Instagram me through TRZO, TRESCZO. But this name is not my PayPal. TRZOLLC is my PayPal, my Venmo, and my Cash App, okay? Oscar is up next, followed by Giovanna, and then we have Chelsea on deck, okay? Let's see here, and I forgot my time of birth, so I got that for you when it's my turn. No problem. Ooh, you're doing cards today. I am doing cards. I'm implementing tarot with astrology. I usually do that in the mornings, and then in the afternoons I just do astrology. But later today, I may not be on later today, depending on how I feel, because it's Friday. You know, it's also Labor Day weekend. You know, I kind of just want to take some rest. So I'm just going to make sure that I can get through as many readings as I can this morning. So if you would like a reading, feel free to get on. If you read me before If you read me before, would the reading be different? Not necessarily. For astrology, for tarot, the energy might be different. Like if you want like a transit reading, it may be different. But if I've done your reading, especially within this last week, there may not be any difference. All right, let's see here. Okay, so Oscar is up next. Every time I click on it, I bring myself a little inner frustration because it just won't click. All right, Oscar. Wow. Let's see. And okay, here we go. Let's see what's going in. The moon's in Aries. Yes, it is. All day. Well, no, I can't say every day. All day. It just ingressed into Aries probably a couple of hours ago because it was at 0 degrees when I did the current transit reading. But now it's probably maybe like 1 to 2 because the moon moves 13 degrees every day, you know? That's why it only stays in a specific sign for 2 to 3 days. All right, let's see what's going on down here. Mr. Scorpio Ascendant, Sun 14 Cancer, Moon 19 Pisces, Mercury 7 Cancer, Venus 12 Gemini, Mars 16 Gemini, Jupiter 12 Capricorn retrograde, Saturn 7 Aries, Uranus 3 Aquarius retrograde, Neptune 26 Capricorn retrograde, Neptune's at a critical degree, Pluto 0 Sagittarius retrograde, Pluto's at a critical degree, North Node 12 Libra retrograde, Chiron 8 Libra, Ascendant 10 Scorpio, MC 17 Leo. All right, let's get to this. Last time I got a reading was April 24th. Oh, if you would like a reading, I mean, that's up to you. You know, April was May, June, July, August, 4 months ago, almost 5 months ago. You know, so if you'd like, get your reading. All right, let's see here. So Scorpio Ascendant, in this lifetime, you're definitely meant to prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. Now, with Scorpio energy, you're meant to stand in your power after you let go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment. It's not an easy transition, but I will say watch out for projection from other people because you go through a lot of transformation, a lot of deaths and rebirths in your life with Scorpio Ascendant. Any prominent Scorpio placement also goes through this as well. That is the universe. In that process, the universe is removing your mask from, you know, being your authentic self. So you are now your authentic self in a world where many people are choosing to be inauthentic for the sake of other people's validation, support, etc. When you show up as your authentic self, you're giving people the ultimatum to heal or to project. They may project, so just don't take on that projection, okay? You have 2 chart rulers. One is in your 8th house, so all the themes that I just listed are that much more important for you to handle, okay? Also, this is going to deal with watching out for argumentative energy, debating energy as well, because you will have some information that you are meant to share with the public in regards to your healing journey, the wisdom that you may have gained as well, and you're meant to share that out with other people. Just watch for spreading misinformation or gossip, because that can actually turn into transformation for you, okay? And then you have your 2nd chart ruler, Pluto and Sagittarius. Watch for frivolous spending. Just be sure not to obsess over money, your worth, your value as well too, okay? Also over obsessing over your belief system, your life's purpose, finding a philosophy, finding your own meaning of life, whatever that may mean to you. Just be sure that you're not over obsessing over that, but finding your own belief system, finding what works for you, that'll help you to stand into your power, okay? With Pluto and Sagittarius also as well, you could be a very powerful earner with money, okay? This is actually sextiling your Uranus placement here, so money can definitely come in easily, but it can also go out as easily too. So just make sure that we're not spending more than what is coming in, okay? Moving on, we do have Jupiter and Neptune in your 3rd house, okay? You're a very wise individual here. Definitely a lot of experience that you can share with other people, okay? You could definitely appear as somebody who is experienced to the collective. You can definitely help out somebody through their hard times in life as well. Any information that you do share, you naturally back that up with experience, with your own wisdom. People could confide in you for advice, or you could definitely help somebody out on their own personal journey, okay? Now, you may yearn to be a good communicator, a good speaker, or to develop your skills, or to do multiple things, because with Jupiter's influence here, you could be a jack of all trades, master of none, and you can even do it better than the master of one. This is going to manifest over a span of time, because with Capricorn's influence here, it usually doesn't manifest quickly, but I will say that you will have an abundance of ideas to manifest towards any future endeavors that you may have, or anything that you would like to accomplish in your future as as well too, okay? Moving on, with Uranus in the 4th house, it does usually indicate an absent parent, could even be emotionally absent. I'm just looking to see. This could be a father figure per se, or it just could be the less dominant parent. Only reason why I say father figure is because it's throwing an aspect to Saturn, but it usually does indicate that you had some sort of unconventional upbringing here. It is really important to note that you had this unconventional upbringing, because it's actually helping you towards some karmic lessons here in regards to personal development. Not going to be an easy trip here, but I will say that it is getting better with time, okay? Now, I will say also with Aquarius being on the 4th house cusp, be sure not to over-intellectualize your emotions, but rather feel them through, and also not to detach yourself from feeling your emotions or your intuition as well, okay? Moving on, we have Moon in Pisces in the 5th house. Emotional fulfillment comes through expressing yourself, putting yourself out there. Maybe a catch-22 with Pisces energy, because Pisces energy does tend to be more shy, but when you're creating, when you're definitely having fun, enjoying life's recreation, this can bring you emotional fulfillment, can also help you on your healing journey here. But this may cause a little bit of inner conflict and tension, is because sometimes when you're having fun, you may think about, oh, well, I've been through this before, but I still find this fun, or, oh, I just don't want another transformative situation to happen because I'm enjoying myself here. Enjoy yourself. Definitely enjoy all life's recreation. You've gone through what you went through, but once you know better, you have the choice to do better, okay? Not everything that you've gone through is going to hinder you from having fun, or don't let the things that you've gone through or the transformation that you've gone through, don't let that hinder you from having fun. That's what I was trying to get at. Moving on to that Saturn and Aries placement here, have this natally in my chart as well too. With Saturn and Aries, just be sure not to rush to get things done. Don't rush against this unconscious clock to accomplish certain things by a certain age, because I will say with Saturn and Aries, our paths usually are going to be very unpredictable. No matter how much we plan, no matter how much effort, no matter how much energy we put into it, it may not work out at the time that we want it to, okay? So it's really learning to surrender that expectation, and really learning, for you, it's really focusing on your self-development, all the energy that you put in within your day-to-day. Fabulous work ethic. Just be sure not to overwork yourself to your detriment. This can actually lead to health issues. This can lead to illness or sickness as well if not careful, okay? It is throwing a balance to your Chiron placement here, so I will say just be sure to find the balance between spiritual development and personal development as well. That can actually help you to heal yourself and heal others as well. Moving on, nothing in Taurus, we do have Venus and Mars in Gemini. When Venus and Mars are together, I actually like seeing that together there, because it does blend the energy of Mars and Venus. It blends the energy of worth and value and receptivity and taking action as well. When this is in your 8th house, just be sure not to rush through your healing journey, trying to make it go faster than what it usually is. With Venus here, this could indicate an inheritance in relationships. You may want a deep relationship, somebody who can stimulate you, somebody who has the intimacy and the vulnerability, okay? Somebody who's easy to open up to. With Mars's influence here, it's going to be a very passionate relationship, not gonna lie to you here, but I will say just watch for, as I said, for the arguments, for the debating energy, and also watch for being stimulated by other people. Now, you could be polyamorous, because with Venus and Gemini, they do like multiple people, because Gemini likes to do things in multiples. So I will just say here, just be sure to commit, I can't say commit yourself to one thing, but like, I will say be cautious of the people that you would want to commit yourself to, okay? There is an effortless trine here from the 8th house and the 12th house. So any healing that you do within this 8th house can actually help you on your spiritual journey, can actually deepen that connection that you have with the universe, and it can also help you to trust in the unknown, okay? Moving on, we do have Cancer in your 9th house. We have a lot of fortunate energy. We have Sun and Mercury here. You're meant to share your experience with other people, your wisdom, your journey that you've gone through with your belief system as well. Major focus is going to be on finding that belief finding your belief that works for you in your life, your own meaning of life, your own personal truth, and also finding a philosophy that supports that as well. With it being in Cancer, just be sure that you are finding something that emotionally resonates with you, okay? When your Leo is in, wow. I'm going to stop for a second because I'm like stumbling over my words here. With Leo MC, you're definitely meant to teach the collective how to stand in their confident selves and to express that out, to express your authentic self, and to motivate other people to get on that journey as well. With your 10th house ruler being 12 places from itself, this means that you could do something within wellness, healthcare, helping other people. Spirituality can also be in the cards too, being a teacher, doing something of higher knowledge as well. Again, within your career, doing something that emotionally fulfills you will also be very beneficial for you as well, okay? Nothing in Virgo. We do have Chiron and North Node in the 12th house here. There could be wounds around spiritual development. There could be wounds with trusting in the unknown, loss as well, karmic dealings here, hidden relationships or hidden enemies coming through relationships as well. You could have had your fair share of karmic relationships here, okay, with Chiron being in Libra in the 12th house. But I will say this is actually moving you towards your spiritual development, moving you into learning your own energy here, because there could be some unconscious qualities that could present in relationships that you may not be aware of at this time. But with North Node and Libra being in your 12th house, definitely is going to be a more spiritual journey for you here, because you're coming from a past life or from an early in life where you are very focused on the mundane, very focused on your own expression in this world and what you can do on the material aspects. But you're now meant to focus on having faith, having trust that things are going to work out, and really developing yourself on a spiritual standpoint. This is a catch-22 here, because if you approach this house from a material aspect, it could bring damage to not only the 12th house, but wherever Venus is sitting for you. And this can bring damage to your healing journey, and it can bring some transformation. We wouldn't want that. So approach this house from a spiritual lens instead of a material lens. Could be a little hard for Venus, but since it's your North Node, it's just establishing that connection with the universe, really approaching your 12th house in the purest light, okay? Let's get on to tarot. Maybe in a past life, can't say I ever had a real relationship. Oh, you're destined for it. It's coming. The 12th house is the house of pure energy. And if you have Libra here too, you're going to attract somebody else who is, who has pure energy, pure intent. But with Chiron there, you could have gone through past relationships that could have been karmic. They could have been, somebody who did not have your best intention at heart as well. But I will say, that's all going to, usually after your Saturn return, it tends to happen. But I will say with Saturn having an influence, it's usually going to take some time before that person, that relationship that's meant for you is going to come in. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back. All right, let's see here. This is a spiritual journey that you're going through right now. You could be carrying the weight of other people, could be carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders right now. This could be the result of taking a lot of action. Now's the time to introspect, go within, see what's on your subconscious. Do you need to reprogram anything? Pay attention to your thoughts, your dreams, and any visions that you have as well. Spending some time by yourself or being a hermit mode may be beneficial for you. There is an opportunity that's coming in for you that you may not see right now, and it's going to come in quite quick. There's nothing that you really need to do. This is actually a result of what you have done. Perhaps you were seeking some meaning of life, finding your own direction, and now things are going to come in. This is going to emotionally fulfill you, this opportunity that's coming in for you. You could be seeking some advice for finances. This could be from a business person, somebody who works in finance as well. But this is going to, whatever's coming in for you could be helping you financially as well. So definitely seek the advice if needed, all right? But that's all I'm seeing for you for the most part. Thank you. All right, let's see who's next. We have Giovanna, we have Chelsea. All right, do we have other people? All right, we have Anne. Thank you for the reading. Of course, of course, of course, of course. All right. I think this is going to be my last call. Wish I screen recorded it to watch it again. Well, good news here, because I put this on YouTube. So if in the case that you want to watch a reading again, it's going to be on YouTube later today. If you go to the link in my bio and it's under Trevor Quincy, you can go to my YouTube channel, subscribe there if you'd like, and then you can watch this reading that I'm doing. But I usually upload it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? Oh, awesome, nice. I'll be on the lookout for it. Of course, of course. All right, I think I'm actually going to close readings for today. Oh, readings are closed. Readings. I can't spell. Oh my God, Mercury. Spammy. Pass on a gift. Adriana, I love ya. By the way, we need to talk, we need to chat, and we need to get updated, so let me know when you're available. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right. Giovanna is up next. Is Giovanna here? So don't send the 15. If you send it within this next reading, I'll turn the blind's eye. So just send it within this next reading and you'll be all good, okay? I always miss out. Kid Lily, just send the 15. Just send the 15 and you'll be okay. Girl, it's been busy. And as all the Gemini air gossip, see, I can't wait to hear it. Sending right now. Okay, great, great, great. Okay. And I'll add you to the list. I'll turn the blind's eye, okay? All right, let's see here. Giovanna is here. All right. And you started a conversation on okay. Why is this not working out for me at the moment? PayPal. All right, I just have to insert this information. Thank you. Saved by the universe. Don't we just love that? All right, let's see here. I'm just waiting. Oh, let me add. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. Y'all set. And I just need this. All right. And we have... Oh. Why can't I spell today? And I just need the message. 427. All right, here we go. Just give me 1 second. Bear with. All right, here we go. Is that an Aries ascendant? Yes, it is. Oh, look at that grand trine. Yes. Look at you doing big things. All right, and that yod, yes. Oh, I still have North Node in the first. Well, it's conjunct by IC. And we're going to get to it. All right, here we go. Sun 15 Scorpio, Moon 25 Pisces, Mercury 29 Libra retrograde. Mercury's at a critical degree. Venus 23 Sagittarius, Mars 2 Libra, Jupiter 8 Gemini retrograde, Saturn 28 Taurus retrograde, Uranus 16 Aquarius, Neptune 3 Aquarius, Pluto 11 Sagittarius, North Node 18 Cancer retrograde, Chiron 16 Sagittarius, Ascendant 22 Aries, MC 13 Capricorn, MC's at a critical degree. All right, let's see what's going on up here. Some really good stuff, yeah. In this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your self-identity, taking action towards your life's direction, as well as really developing a source of independence for yourself, giving back to yourself through self-nourishment, okay? Now, your chart ruler is in your 7th house, so relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts will definitely serve a purpose for you in this lifetime as well, too. Any interpersonal conflicts that you may have, any interpersonal situations that you may have on a one-to-one basis, just keep it on the one-to-one basis. Don't bring people in if it's not needed, okay? With Mars and Libra, there's a lot of energy and drive to get into relationships, partnerships, to do business as well. Good for business, not the greatest for relationships. With Mars here, just be sure not to be so impulsive with relationships or even business endeavors too. Be sure to dot your I's and cross your T's in contracts as well, especially because Mercury is at 29 degrees, does it say? Yeah. Now, I will say, though, the benefit with Mercury being in your 7th house is not only can you learn about yourself when you're around other people, but you can benefit from writing your own contracts. It's a win-win. We love that. I will say here, you also will benefit from writing your own prenup if you want to get married as well, too. Just be sure to have a relationship with yourself, best relationship that you can ever have, okay? Moving on, we do have Saturn in Taurus here. So Saturn definitely wants you to build something from the ground up to really incorporate for your material income here. Usually when Saturn's in the 2nd house, it doesn't come easy. The universe is going to test your patience a lot, so ask yourself when enough is enough. This can actually go in tandem with your spiritual development journey as well. So be sure to establish a connection with the universe, trust in the unknown, deepen that connection if it's already there, okay? You will find emotional fulfillment within your spiritual journey too. Also, with Saturn in Taurus, it usually is an indicator for wealth for me. So I will say that you could come into money that will last you a very long while. Financial security and stability may be something that is on the cards for you. But I will say here with Saturn here, just be sure to not equate your money to your worth and value here too, okay? Because Saturn here is really trying to get you to understand the reality of what your worth and value here is. Do you undervalue yourself? Do you overvalue yourself? Do you consider yourself to be deserving or worthy of whatever it is that you are capable of getting? Which, yes, you are. Okay, let's see here. The universe be testing. Ooh, child, talk about it. All right. Then we have Jupiter and Gemini in your third house here, naturally backing up all the information that you're sharing with other people with experience. That's great here. Now, with Jupiter being in Gemini, you could be the jack of all trades, master of none, but you'll always do it better than the master of one. A lot of ideas. Be sure to write them down. This can actually help you to execute any future endeavors that you have for yourself and make your dreams a tangible reality. Look at you doing big things. Okay. It is opposing your ninth house here. So just be sure here that we're finding a belief system, a philosophy, a meaning of life, a certain truth that helps you to make sense of this life, okay? Even looking for your life's purpose. This can definitely help you tenfold. Also, I will say here, allowing other people to help you to find your own meaning of life, definitely not closing yourself to just your perspective. That will definitely help you out here too. It can actually help you to not only heal yourself, but to heal other people, but it can help you to step into your power. And you are meant to share your experience, your story with other people too. So just be sure here that you're opening yourself to sharing your experience, sharing what worked for you, sharing what didn't work for you as well. Be vulnerable, be truthful. All right. Moving on to that North Node in Cancer there, you're definitely meant to tap in more towards your personal life, experiencing or feeling your feelings and your emotions, as well as listening to your intuition, getting to know who you are at a foundational level. Who are you truly? Who are you at your core? Now, this is at an apex of a major yod. What is a yod? A finger of God, represents special purposes that we are meant to fulfill. We may not even know what they are, but when we fulfill them, chances are we won't even know it, okay? But I will say with North Node in Cancer here, you're meant to not spend as much time in your career, status, legacy, and life's work. But usually when I see North Node in the fourth house, you're meant to build up something for yourself. Instead of working for somebody, instead of kind of working your way up the ladder, you're kind of meant to build your own foundation and really sustain yourself here. Now, with the moon being in Pisces here, this is something that you can manifest, something that can help you to really assure your life's purpose, or this could be a part of your life's purpose in general. Now, this is a catch-22 here because you could feel that your family's karmic mother figure could be karmic as well. Could be a lot of karmic energy within your home, within your personal life, okay? Just be sure to establish that connection with the universe. As I said, focus on your spiritual development. Your lessons will definitely be revealed to you in time. Nothing going on in Leo, nothing going on in Virgo. We do have Mars and Mercury in Libra. Already talked about that, so we're all good. Major focus for your Sun in Scorpio is prioritizing your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, and making peace with your past. Letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path, the path that you're meant to be on. And this is all helping you to step into your power. Look at God, you know? But with the Sun in Scorpio, just be sure not to over-obsess over your healing journey, over-obsessing over intimacy and vulnerability, and trying to control anything that's outside of your control, okay? There could be some conflict, inner tension in regards to your healing journey and what you would like to do for your future. Perhaps maybe you are afraid of things popping up from your past, or perhaps maybe you are a little bit conscious of the things that you would like to execute for your future. It may put you in the eyes of the collective. It definitely could trigger some great awakenings within you as well. So I will say here, just be sure to prioritize that healing journey. Face your past head on, because once you face your past head on, you're not going to be afraid of it. All right. So just be sure to really face that head on and really prioritize what no longer serves you. The things that do serve you, keep them. The things that don't serve you, don't keep them. You know, and that can actually be used as a means of success. Actually, your healing journey can also help you to give you ideas towards your future endeavors to make them a tangible reality. Look at God. Look at God. All right. Ninth house, we already went after. 10th house here. Oh, but by the way, before I get to that 10th house, ninth house with Chiron and Sagittarius, you are urged to find your own philosophy, meaning of life, because you could have grown up with a specific belief system, philosophy, meaning of life that didn't really quite resonate with you. All right. But once you find your own, it's going to help you to step into your power. It's going to help you to heal yourself and heal others. But as I said before, just be open to other people's perspectives as well. Okay. Because that can bring expansion. So be open to those opportunities. Be open to receive. Okay, a lot of good fortune here. All right, Capricorn MC, you're meant to teach the collective on how to put in the work, which means that you're going to have to put in the work towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work. I know it's South Node energy, and I know this is energy that comes to you quite naturally, but it's still going to be that, you know, you're going to have to put in that work there. 10th house ruler is in the second house, so whatever you're doing for your career, status, legacy, and life's work can definitely help you towards your material income, okay? Now, it is 5 places from itself, so this is something that can actually come in from good fortune. This is also something that can be beneficial. You could be a teacher, you could work in finance, you could actually be an artist, a musician, a singer, songwriter, and an entertainer. But whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to require some consistency, structure, and organization, but it is going to be around for a long time. Look at God, okay? Then we have, last but not least, we have Neptune and Uranus in your 11th house here. Great for any innovative ideas, okay? Deepening that connection with the universe can actually give you ideas to execute to make your dreams a tangible reality. But with Neptune here, it could give you that smoke and mirror illusion of what it may take to make your dreams that tangible reality, to really execute your future endeavors. So just be sure that we're facing the 11th house with some realistic perspectives, okay? But with Uranus here, it does give you the innovative and revolutionary ideas. It does make you want to progress forward. But you do yearn to be understood with your friends, groups, networks, and organizations as well. Just be sure that you are understanding yourself. That can also be the conflict here with your sun placement, because your becoming may not match why you feel different, why you may feel like you're set apart, okay? So definitely confront those inner questions, you know, why you may feel set apart, where you may feel a little different. You're different for a reason, okay? Remember, okay? Let's get to tarot. Let's see what tarot has to say. Let's see what tarot has to say today. If I can shuffle the cards. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay. There could have been some conflict and inner tension within your immediate environment before. Perhaps maybe this is conflict that's coming from constantly putting into your manifestation, constantly trying to take action after what it is that you'd like. But the universe is actually asking you to take a step back during this time as well. There is an opportunity coming in for you, but only you can come, okay? Another lesson that you're going to learn is not everybody can come with you on your journey, and that's just the truth of it, okay? But when you take advantage of this opportunity that's coming in, it's going to lead you to victory and success, okay? Could also lead you to another romantic relationship. Okay? But there is something that's coming in for you that's a long time coming. Could be those manifestations that we were just talking about, okay? But this night is the slowest moving night in the deck, which means that usually when you're manifesting or waiting for this type of opportunity, this is the opportunity that's going to last a long time. And the only reason why you're going through perhaps that conflict is because it's teaching you how to maintain the blessing that you're asking for. And it does seem like it's coming. It seems like you've been putting in the work, okay? It seems like you've been laying down the foundation. So I'm not even worried about whatever is coming in for you, because you deserve it, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for you for the most part. Thank you, Giovanna. All right. No more after Elisa. No more after Elisa, because Elisa's the last person that sent. But no more after, okay? Elisa's that last one. All right, so that was Giovanna. Wait a second. I'm so excited. Is this Chelsea? Or is that Elisa? No, Elisa put hers. What happened to me, darling? Did you send through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal? I love this reading. It's giving confirmations. Yes. This is... Okay, so that's Chelsea. Gotcha. Okay, Chelsea, you're all good. PayPal. Oh, no, I got yours too. I did. I saw yours before. You're actually right after Chelsea. Yep. All right, here we go. So 5 more to go. Chelsea's here. And where's Chelsea's name? Oh, you already sent your information, Chelsea. I just needed the time. Oh, okay, so you sent the time. Great. Amazing. We're on the ball today. We're in the money. Okay, before I forget that, before it reloads. We're in the money. Oh, did not mean to do that. I actually been to Aurora before. I went for a conference. I was part of this chorus, and then we had to go to Colorado. I think it was for 3 or 4 days, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Okay, let's see here. All right, here we go, Chelsea. We're just going to take a look if you have any critical degrees. Sun's at 4 degrees Taurus, Moon 20 Sagittarius, Mercury 24 Taurus, Venus 10 Taurus. Could be very spiritually protected. 1010 could be a signal or a confirmation for you if you're into numerology, or if you've been seeing those signs as well too. 1010 is also a confirmation for me too. Mars 27 Gemini, Jupiter 8 Gemini, Saturn 13 Capricorn retrograde. Saturn's at a critical degree. Uranus 5 Capricorn, Neptune 12 Capricorn retrograde, Pluto 14 Scorpio retrograde. North Node 1 Pisces retrograde, Chiron 2 Cancer, Ascendant 7 Sagittarius, MC 24 Virgo. All right, let's see what's going on up here. All right. So in this lifetime, you're definitely meant to focus on your belief system, finding a philosophy, a meaning of life, finding your own truth, and expanding on that as well. With Sagittarius being your ascendant, higher knowledge is going to be a focus in your life, as well as good fortune, because with this placement does bring good fortune to some degree. With Moon being here as well, any action that you're taking towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work just needs to resonate with you emotionally, okay? Otherwise, it's going to receive the chop. You could move around a lot with this placement with Moon and Sagittarius, but with Moon in the first house definitely makes you more in tune with your emotions, definitely gives you those intuitive nudges. So you need to definitely listen to those nudges and not run away from your emotions. I say that for all Sagittarius placements, okay? Part of your North Node in Pisces is to really face them head on, and also prioritize your emotions and your feelings as well, to prioritize your intuition, learning yourself at a foundational level, and prioritize your personal life as well too. Now, chart ruler is in the 7th house, so relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Those are also going to be themes that play out in your life as well. Just be sure to have a relationship with yourself, best relationship that you can have. A lot of experiences are going to happen through these relationships, and interpersonal connections are going to help you to learn more about life and about yourself as well too. With Mars being here, any conflicts or situations that are interpersonal or one-to-one, keep them one-to-one. Do not bring other people into the situation if it does not involve them, okay? Okay. Moving on, we do have Capricorn, we have Saturn, we have Neptune, and we also have Uranus here. First and foremost, watch for frivolous spending. Money can definitely come out or suddenly, and then it can also come in suddenly as well too. But I say watch for frivolous spending is because with Uranus and Saturn here too, there could be the tendency to spend more than what is coming in, especially with Uranus. So definitely watch out for that. But with Saturn and Capricorn, could make you the frugal franny, definitely making you watch over your finances, because Saturn will tend to restrict you here until you learn your worth and value. Are you undervaluing or overvaluing yourself? Do you feel that you're not deserving or worthy for certain things? But you are, by the way, you are, okay? But with Saturn and Capricorn, it's going to test your patience, so just ask yourself when enough is enough. This helps you to further establish your worth and value here, okay? With Neptune, you may yearn for financial stability, financial security. It's something that is going to happen for you in your lifetime here. We do have an aspect to Venus here, which is usually an indicator for me that there's going to be longevity to financial wealth, okay? Or wealth is in the cards for you, okay? Moving on, we do have nothing in Aquarius, North Node in Pisces. As I said, we do need to face those emotions, okay? But with North Node in Pisces, you're also working on spiritual development, establishing that connection with the universe as well, okay? Just be sure here that we are learning to trust in the unknown and having faith for our dreams to make them a tangible reality, because with the South Node in Virgo, very disciplined, very structured worker here, especially within career, status, legacy, and life's work. But you need to take that attention away from your career and into your personal life as well, because in a past life, you could have been so focused on your career that you could have neglected your family, that you could have definitely forgot about your personal life. Maybe you didn't have a personal life, okay? But with your North Node in Pisces, it's really urging you to become more spiritual and become more of your purest, authentic self, okay? This is going to be an effortless opportunity with your healing journey, okay? Going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, dealing with any suppressed emotions that do tend to come up, okay? Once you do that, that's actually going to not only help to heal yourself, but to heal other people as well, too. With Chiron and Cancer, these wounds could also stem from family. They can stem from your mother figure as well, or people that could be nurturing or caring as well too. All right, moving on, we have nothing in Aries. We have Sun, Venus, and Mercury in Taurus. All right, major focuses on your day-to-day events, daily responsibilities, work schedule, routine around personal development and physical health. It is really important here not to overwork yourself to your detriment or to give to other people to your detriment as well. Just watch your intake of sweets if you're into eating a lot of sweets, but you will learn a lot about your journey, about life, about yourself with Mercury being here. Just watch for gossip, spreading misinformation in the workplace as well. Any ideas that you may have, or any thing that is communicated to you via an idea, via that something that can help you out, could also help you out within your career, status, legacy, and life's work as well. Just be sure to take your time when you are thinking or sharing your opinions of some sort, because with Mercury being in Taurus, Taurus does like to take its time. It's kind of like watching paint dry. All right. Moving on, we do have Jupiter and Mars. I already talked about that. I already talked about Chiron and Cancer. So then we have MC Virgo. You're meant to be of service to the collective, definitely helping on their personal development journey, making sure that they can be the best versions of themselves possible, which means for you, you're going to go through that journey yourself too. With your 10th house and MC ruler being 9 places from itself in your 6th house, this is going to help other people to find their own meaning of life, finding their life's purpose, which means that you could be on your own journey trying trying to figure out what your life purpose may be. To make a name for yourself, you could do works in being of service to other people, spirituality. You can also be of service being a teacher as well. You could do something within voice, being a singer-songwriter as well, or just doing something that gives back to the collective. All right. Be sure that you're giving back to yourself, equalizing, giving and receiving as well too. Okay. Last but not least, before we get to tarot, we do have Pluto and Scorpio in your 12th house. Very powerful spiritual journey that you're going to be on. Very transformative as well. Just be sure here that we're not over obsessing over a spiritual development journey here too. Now, this could bring some karma in regards to intense situations, traumatic experiences as well. Could be quite karmic here. You could be clearing out some karmic debts. With Pluto in the 12th in Scorpio, just be sure to pay attention to your subconscious, any dreams that you may be having as well, but not giving into any deep things, any things that make you feel like it's a little iffy. Pay attention to that as well, okay? With you in Scorpio, prioritizing your healing journey can help you to step into your power as well as deepening your connection with the universe and trusting in the unknown, okay? Let's get to tarot. Ooh, these fell out. Ooh, I'll take that. That resonated. Yes, it did. All right, let's see what else is coming. What else is coming? All right. At this time, you could feel like money is kind of like all over the place. Maybe more is going out than what is coming in, and you're kind of reflecting on that as well. Just be sure that things are actually happening for you. You kind of may feel like you're at your wit's end, that you don't know what direction to take. You may feel as though that you're just like, I don't know what else to do, that you're kind of surrendering. Perhaps surrender is what you need at this time, okay? Things are actually starting to happen for you. They're going to move quite quickly, and these could be things that you have manifested for yourself. Remember, you are the star, okay? You are the star of your own life. So just be sure to tap into any of your future goals, your dreams, your visions. But I feel as though that what you're going through right now, the financial lack, or you may be going, I wouldn't say financial lack, but you may feel as though that money is kind of running low, and you may feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulder, and that things are kind of just happening to you and not for you, but they're happening for you. And things are actually, it's preparing you for this opportunity that's coming in, the things that are going to be moving fast. And this can actually help you to make your dreams a tangible reality for yourself, okay? So remember, it takes the storm to get to the rainbow. That's all I'm seeing for you. Thank you, Chelsea. All right. Then we have Nuha. All right, let's see. Oh, I already have your birth information. Canterbury, New South Wales, born at 5:30 a.m. Thank you. How do I sign up? Readings are closed for today. Canterbury. If I can spell. I can't spell today, everyone. I'm sorry. You said New South Wales. All right, New South Wales. That's not Victoria, that's not Queensland. Is it No, that's not Queensland. No. New South Wales. I'm just Canterbury. Okay, which one? Because there's two. There is Victoria and Queensland. So which one? Because then there's also Sydney. I could put in Sydney as well. I'm not from Australia, so I don't know which one is. Thank you. There we go. All right. And we have Nuha. All right, here we go. Oh, Aquarius Ascendant. You're the first one that I've had in a while. All right, let's see what's going on down here. We have Sun 20 Aquarius, Moon 15 Sagittarius, Mercury 14 Aquarius, Venus 29 Pisces. Venus is at a critical degree. Mars 29 Aries. Mars is at a critical degree. Jupiter 0 Capricorn. Jupiter's at a critical degree. Saturn 29 Taurus. Saturn's at a critical degree. Uranus 18 Libra. Neptune 5 Sagittarius. Pluto 1 Libra retrograde. Pluto's at a critical degree. North Node 4 Aquarius retrograde. Chiron 10 Aries. Ascendant 8 Aquarius. Ascendant ascendant's at a critical degree. MC 29 Libra, MC's at a critical degree. Wow, you got a lot of critical degrees going on. Tell me that you got a critical degree without telling me that you got a critical degree. All right, let's see what's going on up here. All right, in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your ideas because they're quite innovative, quite revolutionary, and they can really make progression in society as well as really make your hopes and wishes a tangible reality. Friends, groups, networks, organizations are going to have a huge influence on your life path here. You have two chart rulers. The first one is in, let's see here, is that Pluto 29? Okay. Your first one's in your fourth house, Saturn and Taurus. This could indicate that you've grown up in a family where it was a harsh relationship, perhaps with your family or perhaps with the mother figure. You could have felt like you didn't get the love and the nourishment that you needed early on. Just be sure that you are giving this to yourself, okay? Because this is actually going to attract in a chosen family for you here. With Saturn in the fourth, this would also mean that you had a family business, or perhaps maybe that you're meant to build something from the ground up. Well, with Saturn in Taurus, it's also a wealth placement, a wealth indicator for me. So this could bring in some financial gains for you, some financial income. Okay. Moving on, then your second is in the ninth house. So finding a belief system, a philosophy, a meaning of life, whatever your truth may be, whatever that is, you're definitely meant to expand on that as well. Once you expand on that and allow other people to give you a different perspective, but once you find your own, it's going to help you to step into your power. This may be quite unconventional than the traditional belief system, but that's okay because whatever works for you is really what's going to work out here, okay? But in your first house here, major focus is going to be on your self-identity, independence, taking action towards your life's direction, as well as giving back to yourself through self-nourishment. With your North Node here, you are urged to focus more on yourself, juxtapose other people, such as relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. You do have a lot of gifts of how people may work and really being around other people, but you need to listen to yourself because you have the ideas that can really make your dreams a tangible reality here, especially if you have goals, visions that you would like to accomplish, okay? With Mercury, it gives you a lot of ideas on how to execute that future endeavor, okay? That can go in tandem towards not only your belief system, but your career, status, legacy, and life's work as well. Moving on, we have Venus in Pisces at 29 degrees. So with Venus in the second house, definitely makes you more resourceful here. Establishing a connection with the universe, definitely focusing on trusting in the unknown, having faith that things are going to work out can definitely bring in material resources for you. Venus is at its most exalted state here. But with Venus in Pisces, just be sure that we are facing relationships or perhaps maybe your worth and value in a more realistic standpoint, okay? Not saying that there's anything wrong with Venus in Pisces. It's at its strength with Venus, but with Pisces, it's a lot of smoke and mirror energy. So just be sure that we are focusing on the reality side of it and the spiritual side of it as well. Also, I will say here, be sure to prioritize your healing journey. This can also help you to establish your worth and value since it's throwing an aspect to Pluto here, okay? Getting firm in your beliefs definitely can also help you to establish some sort of power or help you to stand in your power as well. With Mars and Chiron in your third house here, very passionate speaker here. But sometimes when you share your opinions, when you share your thoughts, when you speak up for yourself, people try to tear you down there and that can cause wounds, okay? To your identity, to your sense of self. Be sure that you're finding an outlet to get those words out and not just speaking mindlessly here, because with Aries on the third house cusp, we do need the reminder to think before we speak, okay? Think before we say certain things. Some certain things can definitely come out of impulse and can definitely have an impact on perhaps maybe our career, status, legacy, and life's work, since there's the balance here, but also have an impact with ourselves as well too. So just be sure to think before we speak. But with Chiron and Aries, just finding that outlet to get those words out can definitely help to heal yourself and give you a direction as to where you would like to focus on your life's purpose, okay? But not only does it help to heal yourself, it helps to heal other people too, okay? But I will say with Aries here, just be sure to, as I said, think before you're speaking, as well as not to be too impulsive with your communication here. Siblings, cousins, your immediate environment can also help you to figure out your own identity, help you to feel more safe and secure here, since Mars is at home in Aries here. But Mars in the third house, just watch out for the debating energy. Watch out for argumentative arguments too, technically. But I will say here, balancing this out with your career, status, legacy, and life's work, which means balancing any information that you're sharing with other people, with your experience, with your belief system, with your philosophy, perhaps even with your own meaning of life, can definitely help you to balance out that third house, okay? Now we have Saturn in the fourth. We already talked about that. Gemini, no. Cancer, no. Leo, no. Virgo, no. We already talked about Libra. Part of your MC is you're meant to teach the collective a different perspective. So just be sure that you are sharing your experience with other people. In this case, it is really sharing your experience with your belief system, finding the life purpose that works out for you, finding your own truth. Be sure to be vocal about that too, okay? Because you are meant to share that with other people. And yes, you are going to be passionate when you're sharing it. So definitely bring that energy forth, okay? Whatever you're sharing, as I said, it is meant to be different. It is meant to be original, but it is meant to help other people out on their journey as well too, all right? Nothing in Scorpio. We have Moon. We have Neptune in Sagittarius as well. So you definitely may have some dreams or visions about what it is that you would like to execute for your future endeavors. Just be sure that it is resonating with you on an emotional level. Otherwise, it just may not be worth it, okay? With Moon being in Sagittarius, you can definitely move around a lot, specifically early on in childhood, but this could actually go into adulthood as well. But also with Moon in Sagittarius, be sure to find emotional fulfillment within your belief system, your meaning of life, your philosophy as well too. With Neptune also being in the 11th house in Sagittarius, just be sure to develop a connection with the universe. This can actually help your process to get things going. You may feel guided to execute your future endeavors to make them a tangible reality for yourself too. You will have a lot of emotional support around you, so just be sure here that you know that you're not doing this by yourself. Last but not least, before I get to tarot, we have Jupiter and Capricorn in that 12th house there. Jupiter does good in the 12th house. Capricorn also does good in the 12th house. Saturn finds planetary joy in the 12th house here. So spending time by yourself can really help you on your spiritual journey, can help you to evolve yourself as well too. Traveling to foreign lands is also applicable here too. Jupiter and Capricorn, not the best placement for Jupiter, however, could give you opportunity to definitely work on your subconscious journey. I will say with Jupiter in the 12th house, be sure not to walk yourself into other people's drama, walking yourself into other people's energy, because you take on energy quite easily, okay? That's where the lessons will come in with Jupiter. You may feel like these lessons are much more karmic than they need to be, but just don't walk yourself into other people's energy. That'll save you a lot of time on your journey there, okay? Let's get to tarot. Also, your spiritual journey could be something that you're known for. It could be something that can get you recognition. Could be something that people may know you for. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yes. Look at you. There could be secrets being hidden from you at this time, but something on your intuition may be telling you that something may not be right, but there's something within your immediate surroundings that needs your attention at this time. This could also be an opportunity right now. You're being hidden from this opportunity right now that's coming in for you that's going to give you emotional fulfillment. Perhaps maybe in the past you felt restricted. You may feel that you are kind of stuck and stagnant on your journey, that nothing is moving forward. Perhaps you're putting in a lot of action towards your manifestations, but you're wondering what is up. You just need to take a step back. And once you take that step back, the wheel's going to start turning within your favor. So there's really not much that you need to do. It's for me, I feel as though that you've been doing everything that you need to do, but things are being hidden for you for a reason, because whatever is coming in, it's going to fulfill you emotionally, but the universe does love surprises, okay? So it is important for you to take a step back. This is where the wheel starts to turn for your favor, and it's going to happen very unexpectedly, all right? But that's all I'm seeing for you for the most part. Thank y'all. All right, let's see here. The charts. Pull this back up. 3 more to go. Powerful stuff. Thank you. Of course, anytime, anytime. It's what I do. All right, Anne is next. Is Anne here? Is Anne here? Anne is here. Great. We love it. We love it. We love it. What I don't love is that I can't go to Google Chrome from the bottom button, but I'm not bitter. I am a little bitter. Let's see. Port-au-Prince, Haiti. And, ooh, your birthday is 9 days before mine. Different year, though. 1990 was a cute year, though. Maybe. I don't know. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right. Ooh, second Aquarius ascendant back to back. Look at God. All right. Let's see here. Sun 27 Libra, Moon 20 Scorpio, Mercury 26 Libra. Mercury's at a critical degree. Venus 24 Libra, Mars 14 Gemini, Jupiter 11 Leo, Saturn 19 Capricorn. 1919 could be a confirmation for you if you're into numerology, if you're seeing numbers. Uranus 6 Capricorn, Neptune and 11 Capricorn, Pluto 16 Scorpio, North Node 2 Aquarius retrograde. Chiron 27 Cancer, Ascendant 7 Aquarius, MC 19 Scorpio. Let's get into it. All right, let's see what's going on up here. All right, same gig for you. What you're meant to focus on in this lifetime is your ideas. They're quite revolutionary and innovative. They can help society to progress forward. Friends, groups, networks, organizations can definitely be an influence on you in this lifetime. You have two chart rulers, and they're both in the 12th house for you. So I will say focusing on your spiritual development journey, as well as establishing a connection with the universe, if it's not already existent, trusting in the unknown as well, is going to help you on your journey to move forward. There could be some unconscious qualities that you may be unaware of, and this can come through some karmic lessons, through some hidden enemies, unfortunately, but it is helping you to learn your own energy, helping you to learn what may be unconscious at this current moment. Spending time in isolation, spending time by yourself can also be very beneficial. You may have a different or unique approach to your spiritual journey. Just be sure that you're doing what works for you. Paying attention to your dreams, your subconscious, as well as any visions could definitely help you to move towards your, not only your career status, legacy, and life's work, but can also help you to figure out what your life's purpose may be, figuring out a certain belief system, helping you to have faith, and also helping you to form out your own philosophy, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. What is this? Sorry, there's something on my finger. All right, here we go. You do have North Node in the first house, so you are meant to focus on your self-identity, independence, taking action towards your life's direction, and giving back to yourself through self-nourishment. You're meant to move away from allowing other people to have a say within what it is that you would want to do, moving away from confiding within other people, because you already know the answers within. You already know. But you just want that confirmation. Nothing wrong with that, but just be sure that you're having a relationship with yourself. Best relationship that you can ever have, okay? Nothing in Pisces, nothing in Aries, nothing in Taurus, Mars, and Gemini in that 5th house. Definitely giving you energy and drive to build up your confidence, to express yourself, to put yourself out there. Also really good when it comes to learning new things in regards to sharing information with people. Watch for argumentative energy as well as debates, because that can definitely happen, especially when you're expressing your knowledge with people, when you're expressing information with people as well. Definitely could be a good speaker here, though. Watch out for impulsivity, having too much fun, because that can actually turn to be something that can cause conflicts and frustration for you as well, okay? Does throw a trine to your ascendant here, so Mars gives you the energy and drive to express yourself, to be your most authentic self, so just be sure here that naturally is in alignment with yourself, with your identity here, but just be sure that you're having fun when you're expressing yourself and not ruffling too many feathers here, Mars and Gemini. We do have Chiron and Cancer in that 6th house. There could be wounds in regards to perfectionism, critique, and criticism. Also, these wounds could have stemmed from family, your mother figure as well, people that were carers or nurturers as well. This could cause some tension in regards to your belief system. You may have questioned your meaning of life because people tried to get you to change who you were. They didn't want you to become the best version of yourself. Now, that could be for a variety of reasons. Perhaps maybe they see something within you. Maybe they see your worth and value with your moon being in Scorpio. Perhaps maybe they see that you are a very powerful individual and they kind of want to keep you down to their level, because there tends to be the thing when you grow up in the same environment as somebody and you tend to do better than them, they start to project. You don't have to change yourself for anybody, okay? With Chiron being in the 6th house, just be sure that you are prioritizing your personal development journey as well as paying attention to your physical health. Also, be sure that anything that you're doing within your personal development journey resonates with you on an emotional level, okay? That'll help you to not only heal yourself, but to heal other people as well. With Jupiter and Leo, we already went over it, but Jupiter and Leo definitely gives you experiences to learn more about your meaning of life, as well as learn more about yourself through relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Just watch out for the ego, because over ego can definitely be seen with Jupiter and Leo, but Jupiter and Leo is also helping you to become more confident within relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Can definitely give you an effortless idea on how to manifest that for yourself, but just as I said, be sure watching out for the overexpression or the overconfidence, okay? Nothing in Virgo. Libra, we do have Sun, Mercury, and Venus here. Definitely where you're meant to shine is finding your own belief system, finding your own meaning of life, finding your own truth, whatever that may mean to you. You're also meant to share your experience with other people, sharing your story. Other people may come to you for advice because you just appear wise and experienced as well. Other people are definitely going to help you to figure out your own meaning of life, so just be receptive to that as well. But I will say here, with Mercury in Libra, you are meant to work. You can write your own contracts. You can write your own prenup in the case you would like to get married. But usually with Mercury in Libra, just watch any contracts that come in, okay? Because these could be like teaching contracts. These can be contracts or big contracts, I should just say, since the ninth house is more expansion. These could just be big contracts. So definitely just watch or read through those contracts as well. But it's fortunate energy, so it's not anything that I'm like, oh my God, you need to be aware of that. But like, just be aware of it. Oh, wow. See, just be aware of it like I'm aware of this. All right, making my knot fall out. All right, so then we have Pluto, we have your MC, and we have Moon in Scorpio in the 10th house. Anything that you're doing with your career, status, legacy, and life's work, just be sure here that it emotionally resonates with you. Otherwise, it may not work out. Also, whatever you are doing with your career, status, legacy, and life's work, you're meant to be a nurturer or healer to the collective, but you're also meant to stand in a position of power here. So you're going to attract the best of both worlds. Call yourself Hannah Montana. Okay, you're going to attract a crowd that really, really enjoys your presence, really enjoys your energy. Then you're going to attract another that may not resonate with your energy. There's always something that they have to say. They may project. Only reason why that is because to the collective, to the masses, you're showing up as your true authentic self. And this can cause people to either heal or to project. 9 out of 10 times they may project, okay? So just don't even, okay? Don't even give in to that projection. Just be sure not to over-obsess over your career, status, legacy, and life's work as well, because you are meant to transform the collective, which means you're going to go through your own transformation of yourself. So be sure to prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, and making peace with your past, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path, the path that you're meant to be on, okay? And this actually goes in tandem with your spiritual development journey as well, okay? So just be sure that you are taking your time in your career, status, legacy, and life's work, and letting go of any control or letting go of anything that does not require your control. And I think that is pretty much about it for astrology. Let's get to tarot. Let's get together and feel all right. And I go, hold on. Okay, you could be moving to calmer waters. You definitely could be taking some action during this time. Whatever moves that you are making, it's actually leading you towards celebration, joy, peace, fulfillment as well. Just know that you do have a lot of options for yourself as well. There's no need to just commit yourself to just one thing. So seek all the options and see which ones is best available for you. You could have spent some time looking back in the past, or perhaps during this retrograde periods, this is now a great time to look at any lessons or anything in your past that can serve you in this time moving forward. But I will say this is all coming because justice is being served. Perhaps there was an experience in the past where things did not work out in your favor when they were supposed to work out in your favor, but now the scales are being rebalanced, okay? You're about to be sitting pretty in all the things that you've done. You could be the nurturer, or you could seek advice from somebody who is nurturing during this time, but you're definitely about to be sitting pretty in emotional fulfillment, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for you. Thank you. All right, let's say here. 2 more. Lily is up next, followed by Elisa, and then we're gonna say goodbye, 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 goodbye. All right, let's see here. Lily is here. Lily just wants a tarot reading. Okay. Is Lily here? Lily just wants a tarot reading. Is Lily here? Going once, going twice. Is Elisa here? Can you guys hear me? Am I being heard? Can I hear myself? I don't know. Okay, let's see. Who's this? Okay, so Elisa's here. Lily, last call. Oh, I can hear you. Okay. Is Lily here? Okay, Lily is here. Give me 1 second. Is Lily here? Okay, you hear me. Is Kid Lily here? Kid Lily? Just making sure, going once. But that wasn't me, different Lily. Gotcha. Okay, so we're going to come back to Lily. Elisa, we'll do you first. Let's see what's going on. Hey. Oh, we got a native New Yorker. Thank you. Tell your friends. Top tier. All right, let's see. And Now, let me ask you a question. Are you a morning person? I am conducting a study. It's not official, but it is a study that if you were born in the morning, that you could be a morning person. And if you were born at night, you could be a night owl. Is this true? We'll never know. Stay tuned. More at 11. All right, here we go. All right, Gemini. Yes, I'm not a morning person, actually, and that's that. When we return, we're going to take our first break, and when we return, we're going to learn, do bees actually have knees? Stay tuned. All right, readings are closed, unfortunately, for today. I'm on to the last reading, and they have to send a refund to Lily because Lily is not here. I was born at 4 a.m. and I'm a night owl. All right, so we're conducting experiences here. I see that people are just the opposite. So maybe I'll just ask if they're like the opposite. If you're born in the morning, are you a night person? If you're born at night, are you a morning person? All right, let's see here, Lisa, what's going on for you. Sun 22 Taurus, Sun is at a critical degree. Moon 0 Aquarius, Moon's at a critical degree. Mercury 12 Gemini, Venus 10 Aries. 1010 can be a confirmation for you if you're into numerology, if you're receiving those numbers. It is for May. Mars 29 Sagittarius, retrograde. Mars is at a critical degree. Jupiter 16 Gemini, Saturn 2 Gemini. Uranus 24 Aquarius, Neptune 8 Aquarius, retrograde. Neptune's at a critical degree. Pluto 14 Sagittarius, retrograde. North Node 8 Cancer, retrograde. Chiron 27 Sagittarius retrograde, ascendant 1 Gemini, MC 7 Aquarius. All right, let's see what's going on up here. All right, so we got a packed first house. It's the party, isn't it? I like your Jupiter and Gemini in the first house. Oh, look at you. You're getting a fan. You got fans. All right, let's see what's going on here. In this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on community, your communication skills, developing your skills, as well as really being the jack of all trades, master of none, but you'll always do it better than the master of one. Look at God. All right, siblings, cousins, your immediate environment can definitely have an influence on you in this lifetime. It is really important that any ideas that you're taking towards your life's direction, as well as your belief system, trying to figure out your own meaning of life, that you are developing some structure and organization around it, as well as having consistency behind your ideas, okay? With Jupiter here, it does grant you with a lot of experience as well. And with Jupiter and Mercury being conjunct, it's actually a great conjunction. I like to see it because it backs up knowledge and information with experience as well, personally, you know? And so that does actually help you to further your belief system, any philosophies that you may have as well, and finding your own meaning of life, finding your own truth, okay? Moving on, your chart ruler is in the first house, so all the themes of yourself, identity, independence, taking action towards your life's direction, and giving back to yourself through self-nourishment gets enhanced. Look at you. Yes. All right, moving on, we have North Node and Cancer in that second house here. You're destined to learn your worth and value, but not to equate that to monetary gains or monetary income. It is really important here that you ask yourself when enough is enough. This will definitely help you to establish that worth and value. Now, we do have Venus here in your 11th house, and it is making a square to the second house here. Anytime when I see that, there is an inner conflict and tension with resources. You may feel like you don't have enough resources to make your dreams a tangible reality or to execute any future endeavors. Remember that you have all that you have in this very moment to make your dreams a tangible reality or to get to that next step, okay? You have everything that you have right now to at least start it off, okay? So just be sure that you're taking advantage of all the resources that are around you at this current time, because they will definitely lead you to execute your future endeavors. Also, you're not meant to do it alone, so definitely be open to other people helping you, be open to receive, Aries, okay? Moving on. We have nothing in Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius in that 7th house. We have Pluto, Chiron, and do we have Mars as well? Yes, we do. Okay, so with Pluto here, there can be power struggles in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, but you actually appear very powerful to other people, which means that you're going to attract the best of both worlds. People that are very pure, people that have gone through some things, because usually with Pluto on a dominant position, you attract people that have done the work or other people that are, you know, they kind of feel a little standoffish. Here's why. With Pluto in the 7th house, you are appearing to other people that you've transformed in some way, that you're a very powerful person. It's really important to have a relationship with yourself because you may not see this within yourself here, okay? But with Pluto in the 7th, other people may feel intimidated. They may project onto you. They may feel standoffish in some way. That's just because they see you are being your authentic self. And that kind of makes them either heal or to project. And 9 out of 10 times they either will project. So just don't take that on, okay? With Chiron here, there could have been your fair share of of karmic relationships, people that didn't have your best intention at heart as well too. You also could have grown up with a belief system that didn't quite serve you. So finding a belief system that serves you, finding your own philosophy, finding your own meaning of life, that'll definitely help you to not only heal yourself, but to heal other people. It'll also help you to step into your own power as well. But when you're spending time with yourself, having that relationship with yourself, that also helps you to heal yourself and to heal other people. Also helps you to step into your power too. Anytime when you have a situation or a conflict between one-to-one person, an interpersonal conflict or situation, just be sure to keep it within that one-to-one conflict or one-to-one situation, not bringing other people into it, okay? Moving on, we have nothing in Capricorn. We have Moon, MC, Neptune, and Uranus in Aquarius here. With Moon in Aquarius, just be sure not to over-intellectualize your emotions, but rather feel them through. But your emotional fulfillment will come when you find your own meaning of life, when you find your own life's purpose, or when you find a belief or philosophy that works with you. Part of your mission in this lifetime is to do something that's very original, something that very few people know how to do. Perhaps maybe you're the first. Now, you're supposed to listen to your ideas here to execute any future endeavors that you may have for yourself, because Aquarius is very progressive. They like to make the world a better place. And so really paying attention to what it is that is very unique about you. For you, it's going to be your belief system. It's going to be your higher knowledge, because you do come with this unique higher knowledge that the world probably has not seen before. You may find that you question conservative or traditional belief systems. Perhaps it could be religion as well. Could even be spirituality. But establishing your own personal connection to the universe can actually make this placement much stronger for you, okay? Since Neptune is conjunct your MC, you are being guided towards what it is that you're meant to do. Moving on, last but not least, we have that Venus in Aries that we talked about earlier before. You are meant to open yourself up to other people, giving you resources or helping you to manifest your future endeavors for yourself. You're not meant to do this on your own. Just be sure not to rush to execute any future endeavors, because, as I said, you're not meant to do it by yourself, but be sure to take your time with it, because if not, this can lead to challenges, setbacks, stagnancy as well too. In relationships, though, I will say that with Venus and Aries, you want somebody who's going to match your energy. We all want that now, don't we? But you want somebody who's going to know themselves, somebody who has an assurance of what they want to do and has a direction in life as well too. Somebody who could be quite unconventional, somebody who could help you to make your dreams a tangible reality, or somebody who could be like kind of not outlandish, but they could be outlandish, somebody who's very different from society or the norm, okay? Let's get to tarot. Let's get to tarot and feel all right. Thank you. Tell your friends, top tier. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, a lot of air energy going on here. All right, perhaps you are doing some inner healing at this moment. Perhaps you're healing some heart. You're healing some heart wounds at the moment too. Perhaps maybe you feel as though that people have stabbed you in the back enough. A lot of air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but things are actually moving quick, okay? This is because of the action that you've been taking. You could have felt like you had the weight of the world on your shoulders, or you've just been carrying other people's weight. Meanwhile, you've been putting in all the work. You've been putting in the action towards what it is that you want. Things are happening for you. You're moving towards calmer waters, or you may be guided to them at time, but the world is about to be your oyster. Definitely take advantage of all the resources and all the opportunities that you have, because you're soon to be very, very happy, okay? That's all I'm seeing for you for the most part. Thank you. All right, last call for Lily. Is Lily here? Lily here, last call for Lily? Of course, anytime, anytime. Because I'm like, not me going through all that. And she's not even here. All right, going once, going twice. Hi. How you doing? Is Lily here? Going once, going twice? Nadia's here. Okay. All right. So without further ado, I think that's it for this morning. All right. As I said, I may not be back later. If in the case I am, it just will be a pop-up reading. Okay. But for the most part, do I do consulting? Yes, I am going to get to that in just a second. I do some consultations. I do private readings. If in the case that you want one, go to the link in my bio. It's under Universal Analysis. It is under Universal Analysis. I do astrology, numerology, and I do tarot readings. So just be sure to take a look at that if you would like a personal consultation as well. I usually spend much more time going over your chart. I spend about an hour going over the chart as well. I also do synastry and composite charts for those that are interested in having your partner's chart read alongside yours as well too, okay? So definitely check that out. As I said, it's in the link in my bio under Universal Analysis. But until further ado, I fare thee well, everybody. Have a great weekend. Take care. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.